Mohali, and the news coming in is that Kings 11 Punjab have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first in this contest. So quickly we'll talk you through the playing 11 for Kings 11 Punjab. Chris Gayle and Lokesh Rahul at the top of the order. Mayank Agarwal, Nicholas Pooran, Mandeep Singh, Sam Curran, Harpreet Brar, the only change as far as Kings 11 Punjab are concerned. And apart from that, they've got Ravi Chandran Ashwin, their skipper, Andrew Ty, Murugan Ashwin and Mohammad Shami. That's the 11 for Kings 11 Punjab. While for Chennai Super Kings, Faf du Plessis, Shane Watson, Suresh Raina, Ambati Raidu, MS Dhoni, the captain and wicketkeeper, Kedar Jadhav, Ravindra Jadeja, Dwayne Bravo, Deepak Chahar, Harbhajan Singh and Imran Tahir. So Chennai, who have already qualified for the playoffs, will be looking to seal their place at the top of the table with a win today, while Kings 11 Punjab, if they go on and win today, they will give themselves a chance at least of qualifying for the playoffs. Still all to play for Kings 11 Punjab, while later on today it will be Mumbai Indians playing host to Kolkata Knight Riders, and that will also be a cracker of a contest because Mumbai would want to finish in the top two, while KKR, they would want to win so that they can go on and cement their place in the top four. That's the playoffs. So as we said, only one change for Kings 11 Punjab today. Harpreet Brar coming in place of Arshdeep Singh in the playing 11, while Chennai Super Kings an unchanged 11 for the defending champions. What a setup. It's absolutely scorching hot in Mohali right now. It's very difficult for the players, and the fielding side will be tested. Although the wicket here, as the reports are coming in, there's a fair bit of grass on the surface. That means, obviously being so hot, there is extra grass so that the wicket is held together and the nature of the wicket stays true to what it actually generally is in Mohali. The players obviously reached the PCA Stadium an hour and a half or so ago, and as far as the head-to-head is concerned between the two sides, 20 matches played between Punjab and Chennai, 12 wins for Chennai Super Kings and 8 wins for Kings 11 Punjab. Again, a reminder, it's Punjab who won the toss and they've elected to bowl first with Chris Gayle, Lokesh Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, Nicholas Pooran, Mandeep Singh, Sam Curran, Harpreet Brar, Ravi Chandran Ashwin, Andrew Ty, Murugan Ashwin and Mohammad Shami, the 11 for Kings 11 Punjab, while for Chennai Super Kings, Faf du Plessis, Shane Watson, Suresh Raina, Ambati Raidu, MS Dhoni, Kedar Jadhav, Ravindra Jadeja, Dwayne Bravo, Deepak Chahar, Harbhajan Singh and Imran Tahir complete the playing 11 for the defending champions. Kings 11 Punjab at the bottom right now of the table, and a win here for them today will take them to at least the 7th spot or 6th spot. But for that, if they have a massive win today, that then they can move up till 4th as well. It all come down to net run rate. Very difficult for Kings 11 Punjab, to be honest, because they are up against the defending champions. They are up against the team to beat in this season of the IPL, and that is the Chennai Super Kings, who are resting easily at the top of the order, at the top of the table with 18 points from 13 matches. Last match for both Chennai and CSK. And then later on today will be the last match of the round robin stage, and that will be Mumbai Indians versus Kolkata Knight Riders. The average first inning score here at this venue this season is 172, so lots of runs on offer, and it's a massive ground with the straight boundaries close to 77-80 meters. The boundary on the square 77 and 70 meters. So one of the bigger grounds in India is the PCA Stadium in Mohali, and despite being super hot, people have turned up in massive numbers to support their team Kings 11 Punjab, and they'll have to register a big win here, a dominant win, if they are to go on and give themselves a chance of qualifying for the playoffs. A good moment earlier with the former Indian captain and the former Indian spinner, although both still can play. Ashwin not in the scheme of things, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni obviously retired from Test cricket. Both of them at the toss, and a good little hug between the two, as we're not very far away from the start of play. 5 minutes or so is when the game will start. No changes for Chennai, and that's been one of their hallmarks, the consistency that they've shown. While can't say the same about Kings 11 Punjab. They've made 31 changes in 14 matches. Have Kings 11 Punjab have never played the same 11 in 2 consecutive games. So that's a massive contrast compared to how the stability of Chennai Super Kings is. Very good afternoon, Sachi, and RJ Vlog also with us. Hi Tenzin, how are you, brother? As the news guys coming in is that Kings 11 Punjab have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. Quick reminder, I'm Karthike, with me, my partner in crime, to start off Cricket Lounge today, Wally Siddiqui. Wally, doing well in the heat?
Well,
surviving?
Yeah, just about surviving over there, and it's quite hot outside, and it will be pretty hot in Mohali as well, so it is going to be an interesting game. But Kings 11 Punjab, well, if they have a chance of qualifying in this in the playoffs, it has to be a long shot, and not only they must win against Chennai Super Kings, but win comprehensively, because they have 10 points on the board. Hyderabad, who are currently on 4th position, have 12 points on the board. So if Punjab win over here, then their net run rate must be such that they might be able to overhaul Sunrisers Hyderabad. But also in the process, they must wish that KKR don't win against Mumbai Indians. So all odds against them, but we've seen funnier things in cricket. And it's going to be Kings 11 Punjab versus Chennai Super Kings. A highly unlikely one for Punjab to be there in the qualifiers, but they are going to give their best. And yes, we were talking about the changes that Ravichandran Ashwin has made in his team, the team management has made, and that is one of his major moves in this IPL. And I guess that is the reason why they haven't been able to perform this season, because had they given Sam Curran the regular number of games, had he been a consistent pick in the playing 11 of Kings 11 Punjab, then I think it would have been a different story. Because let me remind you, the most valuable player in the IPL is right now Andre Russell, who's an all-rounder. The second most valuable player in the IPL is Hardik Pandya, who's also an all-rounder, and it could have been Sam Curran if he was given more number of games, because he's an all-rounder as well.
Well, I think the way he performed against Delhi Capitals with Sam Curran, for me, he would be the first name on the team sheet every game.
And he scored a 50 in the last game as well.
Exactly, but I don't know what's wrong with Kings and Punjab and Ravichandran Ashwin. We all know how loopy he can be with his team selection, can Ashwin. And again, a season which was very similar to last time round for Kings 11 Punjab. They started off well the first half of the tournament. They were flying, and then suddenly, their campaign got derailed, and now they're struggling for qualification. Faf du Plessis, one of the openers out there in the middle for Chennai Super Kings. As far as the umpires for today is concerned, both Indian, Chennai T20 Shamshuddin and KN Anantha Padmanabhan, the two on-field umpires, while Bruce Oxenford will be given the third umpiring duty, and former Indian fast bowler Javagal Srinath is the match referee today. Faf du Plessis with 218 runs in this edition of the IPL has a strike rate of 107.4, not one of his best IPLs to be honest. And with him is Shane Watson, the man who's somehow comes to form at the business end of the tournament, and he cracked that brilliant knock earlier on, not very long ago, and he's with him as Shane Watson, close to 300 runs, just under 300 runs for him in the IPL. Harpreet Brar, left arm spinner, he is in the playing 11 today in place of Arshdeep Singh, and it seems that Harpreet Brar, the 23-year-old youngster, will start off proceedings for Kings 11 Punjab, the spinner. So straight away, because of the dryness in the wicket, the heat at the PCA Stadium in Mohali, Ashwin has decided to start with the spinner. So it'll be very interesting how things go for Kings 11 Punjab right now, and this youngster Harpreet Brar.
And yes, so the first over is going to be a bit of spin over here. The left arm spinner, he faced off against the Delhi Capitals, but wasn't quite successful in that match. In fact, was quite expensive. So let's see that it might be able to the outing. In fact, the home game for Harpreet Brar might turn out to be something good over here, because he's facing against a formidable Chennai Super Kings over here. Ritu Singh has joined us, Sanchi Pawar supporting Chennai Super Kings, an avid supporter of CSK due to MS Dhoni, and we're just 3 seconds away from the first ball being bowled in the penultimate league fixture of 2019's IPL, as Harpreet Brar, the left arm spinner, bowls one, and a single taken on the very first ball by Faf du Plessis.
Works it away through towards deep mid-wicket of the front foot, does Faf, and opens his account, does du Plessis. Moves up to one. Chennai one for no loss, and especially for Mahi is what Sachi is here for, obviously. And the man who was not 100% fit in the last game still clobbered Delhi Capitals all around the park. Well, that's what are you going to do? That is the class, that's the greatness of the man. I think he was a 44 not out of just 22 deliveries. And, well, Mahinder Singh Dhoni, the name is enough for all the fans, as now it will be Shane Watson on strike. Will be interesting because Shane Watson struggled in the first half of the campaign. but now has regained his form, which is very important for Chennai Super Kings, as Dhoni said during the toss, that this is now, after this game, the business end of the tournament. Chris Gayle at first slip. Now a forward defensive shot from Watson, flighted, loopy delivery, a bit of turn, not much turn for Harpreet Brar, but looking at the wicket, it's not a very typical Mohali wicket, to be honest. Generally there's a lot more grass and it's a lot more fast bowler friendly, but today, obviously because of the heat in the northern part of India, the wicket is as dry as it can be. Now Watson works one away towards square leg and picks up a single, opens his account, does Shane Watson. He moves up to 1, it's 2 for no loss. Start for Chennai, as now again Faf works one away towards mid-wicket. They've got a fielder up patrolling the boundary rope and only a 1 there. So 3 for no loss Chennai after 4 deliveries in over number 1.
So there have been problems with Shane Watson in this season of the IPL. He has played 2 good knocks against Delhi Capitals as well as the Sunrise Hyderabad, in which he scored a 96 over there. But he hasn't been able to assure his solidarity in the middle of the crease, and he is a phenomenal batsman, and he's played 131 IPL games, so he's quite experienced in the tournament as well, and has an average of 30.88, 17 50s and 4 hundreds. This just goes to show that irrespective of whether he performs or not, you just have to put him in that starting lineup, because once he gets going, he can turn out to be a real threat, can Shane Watson.
Highest of 117 in the IPL, and as well he said 400s under his belt, and one of them were in the finals last season against Sunrisers Hyderabad. And now on the back foot, cracks one away through point, does Watson. First boundary of the day, first boundary for Watson, Duplessis, and first boundary for CSK. Slightly shortish from Harpreet Brar, and that's all the invitation that Duplessis needed. Rocks back and punches one beautifully between backward point and cover and collects the first 4 of the day. So end of over number 1, it's 7 for no loss Chennai Super Kings.
7 for no loss CSK, a decent start for them. And talking about Faf du Plessis on the other end, he's played 67 IPL games, has a similar average of 30.45, strike rate of 124, 10 50s, but not a single 100. But he will get there eventually. I feel he has a highest score of 73, and he's been playing for Chennai Super Kings for quite a while now, and 34 years of age, almost similar to Shane Watson, and that is something which Chennai Super Kings have under the belt. Loads and loads, truckloads should I say, of experience, and that's why they have been crowned as a champions last year. And yes, Sanchi Pawar is here with us, supporting Chennai Super Kings. It's 7 for no loss after 1 over. Harpreet Brar was the bowler who bowled the first over, and he went for 7 runs.
Now it will be Mohammad Shami to start up proceedings from the other end, the Indian fast bowler, as he bowls to Faf and on the pads and worked away beautifully through towards deep square leg. Another boundary here, back-to-back boundaries. Runs are starting to flow now for Chennai Super Kings. First it was Watson with that punch through the offside, and now Faf du Plessis flicks one way through towards deep square leg for a boundary. Not a good start for Shami. The length was alright, but it was the line that was the problem. In line with the pads, and you cannot bowl there to a class man like Faf du Plessis. François du Plessis is what his name is, as he works one away through towards square leg to collect his first boundary. He moves up to 6 as the score moves up to 11 for no loss, and you might not see as many sixes at this venue as you do at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium or the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium, because it's one of the biggest stadiums that India has, and there are times that it will be obviously, you try and hit one, don't get it in the middle of the bat and hold out in the deep. Now a single for du Plessis towards square leg. He moves up to 7 of 4 deliveries. It's 12 for no loss, and Wally, it is blinding hot in Mohali.
Well, it's 37 degrees Celsius over there, so you can just imagine the state of affairs for the overseas players. I don't think the Australian players might be having a problem, neither will the South African, because it's quite hot out there. I think Sam Curran might be that one individual who will be feeling the heat, because he comes from a land where 25 degrees is considered as boiling hot.
I know, I've lived in that country for 4 years, and it was very difficult. We loved it when the sun came out, but the Britishers went crazy, and they used to turn red with freckles on their face, and that's how it is, because they hardly get sun anyway. 7 or 8 days of sun in the entire year. As now, the Sam Curran in the IPL has probably gotten more sun in his life in the last 2 months or 1.5 months than he has entirely. So now a single picked up, drives does Watson, but straight to the man at mid-off. No runs on that occasion. The score remains on 12 for no loss. Punjab mathematically can qualify for the playoffs, but they need a big win Their net run rate is minus 0.35, while Sunrisers Hyderabad is at a positive 0.58, the net run rate. So yeah, they need a big win to Kings 11 Punjab and then hope that Mumbai do them a favour, while Tenzin will be hoping that that doesn't happen and KKR beat Mumbai, because he's a fan of Kolkata Knight Riders. He wants KKR to qualify. The next delivery now pushed away towards a backward point. No runs on that occasion. It's still 12 for no loss.
Well, this can work in favour of Chennai Super Kings all over again, because if Chennai Super Kings go on to score 170-180, then I think Kings 11 Punjab need to get that in 14 overs, and if they go out all guns blazing, that will just maximize the wicket-taking abilities of Chennai Super Kings, and the risks will be a lot. So that might just fall in Chennai Super Kings' favour. But a single taken over here by Shane Watson. So it's important for Kings 11 Punjab to restrict Chennai Super Kings as quick as possible, under 140, under 150. And I think they will be fancying their chances. But if it goes above them, if it goes above 170, 180, it will become one heck of a job. 13 for no loss after 1.5 overs. Duplessis has moved on to 7, while Shane Watson is on 6. The final delivery to be bowled by Mohammad Shami. 6 runs have already come in this over.
It's a measured start by both the openers there. They're not taking any undue risk in the start of the innings. It's 7 of the first over, 6 of this over so far. And now a final delivery remaining from Mohammad Shami. Although despite being dispatched for a boundary, a decent comeback by Shami. A couple of dot deliveries in that over, a couple of singles as well, as Ashwin looks really busy as a captain, ringing in the changes. Now the fine leg moves back to the boundary rope. The backward square leg fielder comes in the 30-yard circle, man at mid-wicket and mid-on as well, as Shami charges in for the final time in this over, and that's dabbed away towards point. Yes and a no in the end. Watson calls for that single, and they'll complete that single with ease. So with that, it's 2 overs gone, 14 for no loss at the moment at Chennai Super Kings. 7 of the first over, 7 of the second over as well.
And Tenzin Sukrabia once again supporting Chennai Super Kings, because he doesn't want Kings 11 Punjab to get 2 more points over here. Otherwise, that might put pressure on Kolkata Knight Riders, but I think they're quite far away from that. Abbas Ali is here saying hello to us, and he's supporting Mahendra Singh Dhoni as well, and Arjun Thakur supporting Chennai Super Kings. So it's 14 for no loss after 2 overs. Quite a bit of batting remaining for Chennai Super Kings. They have an informed Suresh Raina in there, Ambati Raidu, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the best batsman of the Chennai Super Kings, who scored over 300 runs this IPL, scored a brilliant innings of 44 of just 22 deliveries, an unbeaten knock against the Delhi Capitals in the previous match. So they have quite a bit of batting remaining over here. It's 14 for no loss after 2 overs. Faf du Plessis has moved to 8 of 5 deliveries, while Shane Watson is on 6 of 7. The first over was bowled by Harpreet Brar, the left arm spinner, and the second over was bowled by the frontline pacer Mohammad Shami.
It'll be interesting to see if Brar continues for Kings 11 Punjab. Ashwin may himself, come into the bowling attack. We've seen him in the past as well open the bowling, not just for Punjab but also for India as well, when Mahendra Singh Dhoni used to lead the side. And after that, obviously, with the emergence of Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja is now the third spinner, and Ashwin has dropped down the pecking order. And it's Sam Curran who will now come in and bowl over number 3 as he comes in, left arm over and driven down the ground by Faf du Plessis. Beautiful shot that, wonderfully timed, and Curran is treated with a boundary, or the very first delivery, third boundary of this innings for CSK. The score moves up to 18 now for no loss. I won't say it was a poor delivery, just the timing was beautiful from Faf du Plessis. Leans into that shot right in the middle of the bat, didn't try and hit it too hard, just let the ball come and meet the sweet spot. Beautiful timing, and caresses it for 4 down the ground.
Well, just presented the full face of the bat and got that boundary. Short ball on the second delivery by Sam Curran, pulled it away, and will they go for 2 runs over here quite comfortably? And it's a 24 no loss in 2.2 overs. So wavered line and length by Sam Curran in the initial 2 deliveries, but he might be able to come back because he's a really good bowler. He's just 20 years of age, and he announced himself in the Test series against India, and he also got the Player of the Series award, not only for his left arm pace but also for his batting. So he is one hot candidate for the times to come, and it's quite disappointing that he hasn't been selected for the ICC Cricket World Cup in the England team.
And there were people saying that he'll be the player to watch out for, but unfortunately for England he's not in the squad. Unfortunately for him as well. As now a throw comes in, it's a direct hit at the non-strikers end, a huge appeal for run out. They were going for a single, a risky single at that as well. Will Samshuddin refer it to the third umpire? Yes, he will, of course he will. As he now does Samshuddin. Now the third umpire pressed into service. The ball was pushed away towards mid-on by Faf du Plessis. He ran for that single, he called for it, and then in the end had to put in a dive as well. But I think he's safe. Oh yes, he's safe by a mile. Samshuddin, you don't need third umpire for that. The entire body of Faf du Plessis was beyond the line. But maybe, just maybe, you know, the gaps that the umpires have made this season, just wants to be safe. Does Samshuddin, and Bruce Oxenford, the third umpire, confirms that as a not out. So a single added to du Plessis and Chennai's total. Du Plessis moves up to 15 as Chennai are 21 for no loss.
Well, Andrew Tye would be quite disappointed over here because the single should have been avoided, and not only does he get inside the crease, but his entire arms also get inside the crease. So I think they need to be a bit more quick over here, the Kings 11 Punjab fielders. It's 21 for no loss in 2.3 overs. Faf du Plessis has now got a start for himself. He's on 15 of 8. While Shane Watson has pulled this one away, there is a fielder at deep mid-wicket, so a single taken on the next delivery. 7 runs coming out of it so far, 8 runs in totality, and it's 22 for no loss in 2.4 overs. Watson is on 6, while du Plessis is on 15 of 8.
He's been kept busy, is Mayank Agarwal at deep mid-wicket in this over. A couple of pull shots there as well, and a good start by Faf, says Sachi. Absolutely. We got Surya also tuning in. A very warm welcome. Sachin Kumar Mehta, obviously a Dhoni fan. Well, you know, it's just becoming a routine. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, I think he's the biggest cricketing celebrity right now, including one. Even if you include Virat Kohli, you'll have people lining up for Dhoni more than for Virat Kohli, that's for sure. As now another one pulled away towards deep square leg, and once again only a single there as Mayank Agarwal does the fielding at the boundary door. With that, 23 now for no loss, Chennai Super Kings. And after a sedate and a checkish start, they now started to score runs with ease. Both the batsmen looking fairly settled in, and they've got their eye in as well, middling the ball now. Could be problems for Kings 11 Punjab if they don't break this partnership very, very soon. Final delivery from Sam Curran still to come. He's given away 9 runs in this over already. As now Watson goes for the pull, doesn't time it, a rare dot ball in that over. It's 3 overs gone, 23 for no loss.
3 overs, 23 for no loss, a decent start for Chennai Super Kings, but I don't think Kings 11 Punjab would be too disappointed because they have 3 overs of power play remaining, and if they go at a similar rate, it will be 46 in 6 overs, but that might change quite quickly because these two batsmen do know how to turn up the music. It's 23 for no loss. Faf du Plessis is on 16 of 9 deliveries. Shane Watson is on 7 of 9 as well. Tenzing is saying that he cannot wait for the Kolkata Knight Riders versus Mumbai Indians. It's a do-or-die situation for his team, and yes, neither can we. Tenzing, Sachin Kumar, Sanchi Pawar, all of us here with us, and Sanchi also saying that Tenzing, KKR will do well, so she's supporting Kolkata Knight Riders as well. And Khalid Memon is here saying that, hello Sharma sir, who are you? How are you doing? Who's Sharma over here?
Who's Sharma?
I don't know.
I'm not Sharma. No, I'm not Sharma. Are you Sharma?
Are you Sharma?
He's in the Hindi box.
He's in the Hindi box.
Khalid sir, he's in the Hindi box. Is Ayush Sharma. I'm Karthikeya. I've got Walli with me. Paritosh going through Instagram, sitting in behind us. As that's what he does all the day. You talk to him about anything, and he's like, "Yeah, I saw it on Instagram." He probably should get an Instagram tattoo done.
I think he should. I think he should. He really should.
Even during the box, he's going through Instagram and chatting to girls. What can he do? He's not even focusing on the game.
I think more than chatting to girls, he's just looking at memes and then he's sharing it to all of us. So it's 23 for no loss, and it has been that sort of a culture nowadays. In 3.1 overs, Faf du Plessis is on 16 of 10 deliveries. Shane Watson is on 7 of 9, and there is a bit of banter going on here as well. And for those of you who have a friend requested Karthikeya on his Facebook, make sure that you go through his profile. There are some lovely pictures out there.
On Facebook?
On Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Facebook is fine. Facebook is absolutely fine. It's the Instagram that's dodgy.
Alright, so
24 for no loss. Crap. Shut up. 24 for no loss Chennai after 3.2 overs as both the openers, Shane Watson and Faf du Plessis, doing a decent job. And now they'll be hoping that in the final 16 deliveries of the power play, they can get a few quick runs here and lay a platform for a massive score for their side. As now it will be a change in field. Now 2 men on the onside patrolling the boundary rope, deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. So third man in the 30-yard circle, fine leg as well in the 30-yard circle, mid-off, mid-on, extra cover, and a backward point also all stationed in the 30-yard circle. Look at them, all of them at the edge of 30-yard circle. If you stand there, you're not going to save a single, that's for sure. As now Shami holds one, Watson goes for the pull, the ball hits the thigh and goes away towards short third man. They'll still get a single despite all these guys being in the 30-yard circle. What's the purpose if you have all these guys in the 30-yard circle? You still can't stop the single.
Exactly, and that has been the case for Kings 11 Punjab. They have some good batsmen, they're good bowlers, but they're not just the most athletic on the field, and they share similar sentiments with Chennai Super Kings. But Mahendra Singh Dhoni knows a way to plant his fielders, the best of them. Suresh Raina is the one who's mostly standing at covers. Jadeja is the one who is standing at point more often than not. Amadhi Raidu is a safe catcher, so he stands at the deep. And
Faf there as well, at extra cover. You got men like Watson at mid-on as well. So obviously, when you look at this Chennai side, forget about the age, but they're still as athletic as they can be.
Well, and that's what's needed from Chennai Super Kings, and the one witty customer as a captain, and some experienced players who can win you that trophy. It's 25 for no loss in 3.4 overs as Faf du Plessis just steps down the ground to play a good a shot through extra covers, but couldn't get that proper connection. So a dot delivery once again, and 4 deliveries bowled by Shami, just 2 runs coming off of it, and we're not quite far away from the first qualifier being played between first and second place, which will take place on 7th of May. So it's almost there.
Almost there. Today is the last day of round robin matches, then a day's break, and then the first qualifier. And I hope Kolkata win tonight and they defeat Mumbai so that Delhi can remain in the top 2. And if they lose to Chennai in the qualifier, they'll still have an eliminator to go through. Otherwise, well, I just don't want to imagine that. As now du Plessis cuts one, but excellent diving stop there by the man at extra cover. No runs on that occasion. A very good over this by Shami. Just a couple of runs off it. He's given away 9 runs. And the qualifier one that will be played at Chennai. That's the fortress of CSK. So I'd want Delhi to be second so that they can at least have another crack.
I actually want Mumbai to be first and Delhi to be second, because that way it would be much better, because it'll be Mumbai versus Delhi at Chennai. Then we can't say that it'll be all chances would be ruled out for Delhi if they play against Chennai at that.
Why can't it be at Firozshah Kotla?
I wish it was at Firozshah Kotla, but
boundary there to end the over. Low full toss from Shami, and that's easily whipped away through towards the deep mid-wicket region for 4. And with that, it's 29 for no loss at the end of over number 4.
And it's 29 for no loss in 4 overs. Sam Curran has bowled an over. He's gone for 9 runs. Shami has bowled 2 overs. He was bowling a decent over here. He went for a run. He went for 2 runs, and then a boundary was struck on the final delivery. Couldn't conclude it in style. So it's 29 for no loss in 4 overs. The current run rate is of 7.25. Randeep Sharma is here with us saying good afternoon. Good afternoon, Randeep Sharma. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. The 2 batsmen who are currently batting are Shane Watson and Faf du Plessis. Shane Watson hasn't been in the best of the forms in this season's IPL, but he is a threat, and nevertheless, all that experience, he has scored 417 50s as well. He's currently on 7 of 10 balls, while Faf du Plessis, South Africa's skipper, is on 21 of 14 deliveries. 3 boundaries already under his belt as Sam Curran is introduced once again to bowl his second over.
And starts off with a poor wide down the leg side, and then appeals to the umpire for a caught behind, possibly just trying to get rid of the umpire's or the thought of giving it a wide, just trying to distract the umpire there, but no. Padmanabhan, very experienced campaigner, says nothing doing, Mr. Curran, and that will be a wide there. So 30 on the board for Chennai Super Kings at the end of over number 4. Randeep Sharma tuning in. A very warm welcome, sir. And we got Mohammad Sujan also with us, while Sachi and Tenzin supporting Chennai right now, and hopefully both of them will be supporting Kolkata later on because of that's good to see. Ooh. And he's bowled him. Oh, we'll get back to you guys. He's bowled him as Sam Curran. Watson's gone.
What a delivery by Sam Curran. This time he angles it away from Shane Watson. It's just skidded off the wicket, and Shane Watson was trying to be a bit cheeky over there. He was going for the late cut, but he completely missed the trajectory of the ball, and it crashed on to the off stump. And that's the first wicket. Shane Watson's struggle to open the innings continues, and now the score is 30 for 1 in 4.1 overs.
Why don't you not play this guy in every game, Ashwin? That's my question. Sam Curran gone for 7 is Shane Watson. 30 for 1 Chennai Super Kings, and cleaned him up. While he was looking to try and work it down through to his third man, used Curran's pace, but the pace was a bit too much for Shane Watson as the ball missed the bat and crashed onto the stump out of the ground and uprooted on that occasion. And Sam Curran, the boy born in Northampton, just 20 years of age, he's done a terrific job. He's played 9 test matches for England, scoring close to 450 runs, and he's picked up 15 wickets as well during that time. Couple of ODIs and 2 wickets in that, and in his 8th IPL match he has picked up a few wickets as well. Best of 4 for 11, and I believe that came against Delhi Capitals when he cracked that beautiful hat-trick, and Delhi should have won that game. Ended up losing 7 wickets in the space of 8 runs.
And had they won that game, then they would have been on top of the table today. So you can just imagine the state of affairs, how it could have been. But well, it's over now. No point talking about that. It's 30 for 1. The Chennai Super Kings, the first wicket to go was Shane Watson. He departed for 7 of 11. Faf du Plessis is batting on 21 of 14 deliveries. The next man to come in might just be Suresh Raina, and he's in good form as well. MS Dhoni, Ambati Raidu, Kedar Jadhav, Ravindra Jadeja, Dwayne Bravo and Harbhajan Singh. A long batting lineup over here, and things will be quite hard for Kings 11 Punjab. And if they are to win this game, and if they want to qualify the playoffs, then they have to make sure that they restrict Chennai Super Kings under 140, 150, because they will need to chase that target in, I suppose, 11 or 12 overs in order to qualify otherwise.
Well, to be honest, to restrict Chennai, side like Chennai to 140 takes a lot, as every bowler will have to have their best day, and it is Suresh Raina who's come out. So left hand, right hand combination now for Chennai Super Kings. Raina, Chinnathala, the little brother of CSK, he's out there, backward point cover, extra cover mid-off for him on the offside, inside edge and away from the stumps, goes to the wicket keeper. A bit tentative there was Suresh Raina, as he was looking to once again run one down through towards third man. And Otis Mahabir, very warm welcome, brother. How are you? And well, we hope you have a lovely day as well. As now, yes, Archie, Watson's gone. Watson is gone, and Randeep Sharma, supporting Kings 11 Punjab, is also tuned in with us. We've got SS Rawat supporting Chennai Super Kings, as now the first blood for Kings 11 Punjab, and that came from Sam Curran, the left arm fast bowler, as he now bowls look like a slowish delivery, 123 k's an hour, and Raina up on his toes, works it away towards deep square leg to pick up an easy single, opens his account, does Suresh Raina, moves up to 1. Chennai 31 for 1.
So you'll have to say it's a good start for Kings 11 Punjab, because they've just restricted Chennai Super Kings to 31, and they've also taken the big wicket of Shane Watson in 4.3 overs, and after this over, just 1 over of our power play remains, so you never know, the batsman might go for the big shots in the next over, which might lead Kings 11 Punjab to get another wicket. So a good start for Kings 11 Punjab, I would have to say. Sam Curran has taken 1 wicket in 1.3 overs and has also given away 11 runs. He steps in to bowl to Faf du Plessis. It's a short delivery, and he just cuts it towards the cover region, straight into the hands of Murugan Ashwin, and he will be quite disappointed, du Plessis, because that was a boundary ball, but unfortunately he wasn't able to find the right gap over there.
And that's the point, because we won't get too many boundary balls from class acts like Sam Curran, and I think Curran is lucky to get away with it, because it was short, it was wide, it was asking to be hit, and du Plessis did time it well, got it to the middle of the bat, but just could not get the placement right on that occasion, with going it straight towards the cover field. 31 for 1, as now comes down the track, does du Plessis, and drives one back past the bowler. That's more like Faf du Plessis. Boundary there for the South African. Moves up to 25, does Faf du Plessis, of just 16 deliveries. Chennai at 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. A little shimmy down the track, gets to the pitch of the ball, and again presents the full phase of the bat. Beautiful timing, just a little jab, not even a full follow through, and the timing did it all there for Faf.
Well, he knew that Sam Curran would be bowling another shot of a good length delivery, so he just turned that into an over pitch one by coming down the wicket, and he just punched it straight down the ground for a 4. So 2 drives by Faf du Plessis in 2 consecutive overs of Sam Curran, and he's been rewarded by a boundary. That's what you get when you play with a full with a bat which faces the bowler. It's 36 for 1 in 5 overs. A single taken on the final delivery by Faf du Plessis. And Dildeep Mehta is saying that he loves Delhi Capitals.
Good boy, Dildeep.
And Tenzin is saying that he is tension free while watching this game.
Right now, as of, but the 8 o'clock game, Tenzin, you'll be very tense, because it will be Kolkata Knight Riders involved against the Mumbai Indians, and at stake is the place in the playoffs. So with that, it's 5 overs gone, 36 for the loss of 1 wicket, and that's the score for Chennai. Paritosh just can't stop sharing memes, so I have to stop him. He's coming into the cricket lounge now.
36 for 1 in 5 overs, and it's Faf du Plessis. He's on 26 of 17. Suresh Raina is on 1 of 2, and a good start for the Kings 11 Punjab, you'd have to say. Shikhar Mishra is over here, and he says that India will be winning the World Cup 100% for sure. Well, I hope that turns out to be true. Shikhar Mishra. Randeep Sharma is here with us as well. 36 for 1 in 5 overs. Final over remaining of power play. A minor change in the Sports Classes Cricket Lounge. It's now Paritosh Joshi.
Oh, well, thank you for the welcome. And here CSK, they have been struck early on by Sam Curran. 36 for 1 after 5 overs the score. Faf du Plessis is at strike. First ball is a dot from Ravichandran Ashwin, as on the second delivery Faf du Plessis pulls one towards the mid-wicket region and will only get a single. So Suresh Raina is brought back into the strike.
And you could say that Kings 11 Punjab's struggle this season has been because of the lack of all-rounders. Quite a few people agree to that. If you compare Chennai Super Kings, they have Jadeja and Dwayne Bravo. If you compare them to Mumbai Indians, they've got the Pandya brothers. But Kings 11 Punjab have not got many all-rounders. They would have had Sam Curran if he played him, if they played him on a regular basis. But apart from him, I don't think that they have any decent all-rounder in that, and I think that is the reason why they were not able to get that extra wicket when with that fifth bowler were not able to get that those extra runs in the last few overs, and that is the reason why they are currently residing on the bottom of the table. Meanwhile, it's Ravichandran Ashwin who's bowling to Raina. It's 37 for 1. A slight change in action by Ashwin. This time Raina has just pulled it towards the deep mid-wicket region. First boundaries for him. The score now moves on to 41 for 1. Raina with that boundary moves up to 5 of 4. Faf du Plessis on 27 of 19. The score is 41 for 1 in 5.4 overs.
Dispatched on that occasion by Suresh Raina. Fantastic shot there by the Chinnathala of Chennai Super Kings. Many things rely on him in this game, as Shane Watson has been sent back early, as a great comeback by Ravichandran Ashwin on the very next ball tricks Suresh Raina. It turns into him a little, and it's a dot. So the final delivery is now being bowled by Ravichandran Ashwin. Just pushes it towards the onside, so a single on the very last delivery, and it concludes the power play as Ravichandran Ashwin concludes his over 42 for the loss of 1 wicket after 6 overs.
42 for 1 in 6 overs. You'll have to say that Kings 11 Punjab will be quite happy with that, in spite of just picking 1 wicket, but they have got the run rate under control. And quite a few people also saying that Murli Vijay should have been given a chance instead of Watson, because he's played in 1 innings. He scored 34 against Mumbai Indians in that 1 innings, and he was just running out of partners, because of which he also gave his wicket away. So I think he should have been given a chance ahead of Shane Watson, now that Watson is struggling in the middle. It's a 42 for 1 in 6 overs. Not a bad call by some people out there. Randeep Sharma is here with us. Shikhar Mishra states that King Kohli, Gabbar, Dhoni and such players will decide the World Cup for India. So he is favouring Team India over here. And Sanchi Pawar has joined us as well. She is listening to us on Sports Plus Cricket Lounge. Randeep Sharma here too. It's a 42 for 1 after 6 overs. Raina is on 6 of 6, while Faf du Plessis, he's on 27 of 19 deliveries. Sam Curran has bowled 2 overs, has given away 16 runs and also has taken a wicket. Ravichandran Ashwin has bowled 1 over, has given 6 runs, and the other bowlers who have bowled a few overs are Harpreet Brar and Mohammad Shami. Harpreet Brar has bowled 1, has given away 7 runs, and Shami has bowled 2 overs and has conceded 12 runs in his 2 over spell. It's 42 for 1 in 6 overs. A cover drive played by Raina this time, straight towards the fielder who was standing at short cover, and no runs taken over there. It's 42 for 1 in 6.1 overs. Harpreet Brar reintroduced.
Harpreet Brar, well, he's been good so far. Just 7 of 1.3 overs that he has bowled. 3 deliveries are now on. Suresh Raina is on strike, and he's played good so far for Kings 11 Punjab, and many things will rely on the batting of Kings 11 Punjab, because for having any chance of qualifying they need to chase down the total inside 15 overs. But Suresh Raina, he doesn't look like stopping here as he picks one down the ground. A maximum this time for Suresh Raina, and 6 more for CSK. The score moves on to 48 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Well, Harpreet Brar pulled down the length, expecting Raina to come down the wicket, but all Raina had to do was extend his arms, and that is exactly what he did. He's a good player of spin, and he's proving that once again. A 6 over long on, the first 6 of the evening, the first 6 of the day. Many more to come, I'm quite sure about that. It's 48 for 1. Raina with our 6 moves to 12 of 10 deliveries, while Faf du Plessis is on 27 of 19, and another quick single taken right under the nose of short mid-wicket. It was KL Rahul, and quite disappointing once again. The fielders inside the circle. What's the point? What's the point of keeping the fielders inside the circle if the batsman can chip in with a single every now and then? It's 49 for 1, so the fielders need to be more aware over there. And in order to add pressure on the Chennai Super Kings batsmen, it's Faf du Plessis who's currently facing the final delivery of Harpreet Brar. The left arm pacer comes down the track. No runs taken on there. 49 for 1 after 7 over is a Chennai Super Kings score.
Faf du Plessis just driving it towards the offside, but a field is present on that occasion, so that will result in a dot ball on the very last delivery. It's now 49 for the loss of 1 wicket in 7 overs. Suresh Raina, what a career he had for the Chennai Super Kings. Top run getters in the one of the top 3 run getters in the IPL, and he has been phenomenal for them throughout the IPL seasons. He has been a loyal servant when Chennai Super Kings have played in the IPL, and he's had a decent career with India also. It's just lately that he has not been a part of the Indian side.
He's played 190 games for Chennai Super Kings and has scored 5,304 runs in the IPL, and he scored even more right now because of some runs. Good and 190 games, and let's not forget that he played 2 seasons for Gujarat Lions as well when Chennai Super Kings was suspended. So he's played for Gujarat as well, but a loyal servant of Chennai Super Kings. He came back to CSK, but we'll get back to that. A late cut played by Raina this time as Ravi Chandran Ashwin gets dispatched for another boundary. And the good thing for that shot was he knew that the slip was there, and in spite of him knowing that the slip is present over there, Chris Gale, he plays a late cut but right towards the ground. And what a good shot that was by Raina. Good presence of mind there. He didn't play that up obviously, because of which he was awarded with a boundary. It's 53 for 1. Second delivery being bowled by Ravi Chandran Ashwin, a single taken on that. So 190 matches he's played, and he scored 5,304 runs. 33 is his average strike rate of 137, 37 50s and 100. Highest score of 100 runs, and he scored that for Chennai. So it's a 54 for 1 in 7.2 overs. Du Plessis is on 27 of 20, and Raina, he's just looking to play the aggressor from the other end.
Well, Raina is certainly playing the aggressor from the other end, as Faf du Plessis is now on strike. He misses this one, and the keeper collects. So a dot ball for Ravi Chandran Ashwin. They've fared so far well in this game. Kings and Punjab restricting the batsmen for decent amount of runs. Only 54 on board in 7.3 overs. And we all know how Chennai Super Kings progress. This is controllably a good rate at this point for Kings and Punjab, because the home ground of Kings and Punjab, it is known as a batting ground more than a bowling ground. So positive result from the bowlers of Kings 11 Punjab.
So it's a 55 for 1 in 7.4 overs. Ravi Chandran Ashwin steps in to bowl his 5th delivery of the over, just nudges it towards long of the Suresh Raina and takes a single. The score now is 56 for 1 in 7.4 overs. Raina with a single moves to 19, and Faf du Plessis moves to 28 of 22, and it's going to be an interesting tournament as we just come right towards the end of it. The playoffs will be played the day after tomorrow, the 7th of May, the first playoff, and then there will be the eliminator, which will be played on 8th, and it will be quite close, because the team who finished first and second, they will be playing qualifier 1, and whoever loses in qualifier 1 will have another opportunity to face off with the one who with the team who prevailed as the victorious side in the eliminator. So it'll get the team will get 2 chances over there, and that is the privilege which any team would love to have, especially when we talk about Chennai Super Kings, Mumbai Indians, and Delhi Capitals. So the top 2 position is up for taking. Chennai, after this win, would comfortably sit on top, while Mumbai Indians have an opportunity to go on to the second place if they manage to win against Kolkata Knight Riders, and that is going to be one heck of a match, because KKR, if they win that match against Mumbai Indians, then they will qualify for the playoffs. They will be on 4th position and they will be playing that eliminator. A single taken by Faf du Plessis, an inside edge on Harpreet Ba's delivery, and almost crashes on to the leg stump, but he survives, does the South African international. So a single taken by Faf du Plessis as he went away from his stump. It's 58 for 1 now. Harpreet Brar bowling his 3rd over of the spell, and another opportunity. He went to the back foot, did Suresh Raina, played a back foot drive, and it was away from Harpreet Brar, was away from his catching distance. So it's 59 for 1, and 2 singles in 2 balls. Riajuddin is here with us, and Shikhar Mishra, Tenzin Sugra, Dildeep Mehta, all of us joined in with us on Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge.
So a good start for Chennai Super Kings. They have struck a partnership here, Faf du Plessis and Suresh Raina, after the dismissal of Shane Watson. Raina is on 20 off of 15, and Faf du Plessis is on 30 off of 24. So a good start for 31 off of 25 now, as he takes a single off of the 3rd delivery of Harpreet Brar. So a good start, a certain partnership building now. The partnership now on 30 off of 26 deliveries. So they are taking it slow and steady at the moment. They are just waiting for the poor deliveries and waiting as the ball gets older in this innings. 8.4 overs done, and I think they'll accelerate after the 12th or 13th over.
Well, they just might, and they know that Kings 11 Punjab are in loads of pressure. They might have just had a meeting last evening. In fact, yesterday, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the team management, and the rest of the team, knowing that if they score 150, 160, then they're truly into the game, and they might even turn out to win that one, because Kings 11 Punjab at any cost would look to win that, to chase down that total within 14 or 15 overs. But we'll get back to that, because Suresh Raina has danced down the wicket once again, and this time he just hoiks him over deep mid-wicket, his second 6 of the evening. What a shot that was by Suresh Raina. Big 6 into the stands, 89 metres. The score moves on to 66 for the loss of 1 wicket in 8.5 overs. Raina looking quite solid now.
Great shot there by Suresh Raina. Faf du Plessis is watching from the other end. Raina moves on to 26 off of just 17. And Harpreet Brar, he's been picked this time, dancing down the ground and over the long on and mid-wicket region. Strike rate of 152 for Suresh Raina. So back to his usual self now, Raina is.
66 for 1. Raina is on 26 of 17 deliveries, and he's looking quite dangerous. And I do remember one knock of his. It was in qualify 2, I guess. Kings 11 Punjab were facing Chennai Super Kings, and he scored a quick fire 89 of just 29 odd deliveries, and there was a run out, there was a mix-up, because of which he got dismissed, because if he had continued in that, I think the total would have been chased by Suresh Raina. But we'll get back to that once again, because this first strategic timeout has been taken. The score is 67 for 1 in 9 overs. Raina is on 27 of 18, while Faf du Plessis is on 31 of 25 deliveries. So the first strategic timeout has been taken. We'll be taking a short break. Till then, keep listening to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a 3rd All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Mika Hakkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
And welcome back to the live chit-chat session with me, Paritosh Joshi and Wali Siddiqui at Sports Flashes for the match between Kings 11 Punjab and Chennai Super Kings. CSK are at 67 for the loss of 1 wicket after 9 overs. Andrew Tye has been brought into the attack by the captain. He had a brilliant season last time around, but this season he has been rather shaky, an economy of over 10. Only 3 wickets in 6 matches, so quite inconsistent he's been for Kings 11 Punjab.
So it's 67 for 1 after 9 overs, and Kriti Kumari has joined us on Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge, saying that the harder struggle will be the better for the Chennai Super Kings. She is a supporter of Chennai Super Kings. Randeep Sharma supporting Chennai Super Kings as well, and has put in a shocking emoticon. Sanji Pawar here with us as well. She's supporting CSK too. It's 67 for 1 in 9 overs. As Andrew Tye will be bowling his first over of his spell. Cover drives it, does Suresh Raina, takes a single on the very first delivery. It's now 68 for 1. And Raina has been a really underrated cricketer of Team India as well, because if we look at his figures, and then he's played quite a few games in the ODI circuit as well. In fact, to be precise, he's played 226 ODIs for Team India. He scored 5,615 runs in that, has an average of 35.31, strike rate of 93, has scored 36 50s and 500. So one of the most underrated white ball cricketers, I should say, is Suresh Raina. And with him not being included in the World Cup squad, I think that might just be it for his ODI career, but a sensational player. He has been a good servant of Team India. Coming back to the game, a good cover drive struck by Faf du Plessis over the covers fielder, puts Andrew Tye under pressure. It was a seam-up delivery, and that's another boundary for Faf du Plessis. The score is now 72 for 1 in 9.2 overs, and it's Andrew Tye who gets struck for a boundary.
So brilliant shot there on that occasion by Faf du Plessis as he takes the attack on Andrew Tye, and he moves on to 36 off of 27 deliveries after taking a single off the very next ball. So Suresh Raina is now back on strike. The partnership moves on to 43 off of 32, and CSK march on to a good total here as 73 up on board for them for the loss of 1 wicket after 9.3 overs.
73 for 1, and 9.3 overs have been bowled. Raina is on 28, du Plessis is on 36 of 27, and he's proved to be quite worthy with the bat, has Faf du Plessis, and it was turning out to be a worry for Chennai Super Kings, but a good shot once again by Raina. He just cuts it, he finds the gap over here and gets a 4 over here, and quite a few known celebrities in the stands supporting Chennai Super Kings as well. 77 for 1, 9.4 overs, and was that Gutti over there?
Yes, it was Sunil Grover, the famous character from TV, and he's also supporting CSK because he was clapping quite vigorously after that 4. And Andrew Ty, he is frustrated after getting hit for another boundary by Suresh Raina. 77 now up on board for CSK. Andrew Ty strides in to bowl the 5th delivery of the over. Suresh Raina just defends that one and pushes it towards the onside. A single for him, as the last delivery would now be faced by Faf du Plessis.
Tenzing Sugrab saying that CSK needs to play aggressively now. They have lots of power hitters on the line today. CSK batting in lineup is super khatarnak. Well, it has always been super khatarnak, Tenzing. And if you remember the last game against Delhi Capitals, they had scored 57 in 10 overs. And in spite of scoring 57 in 10 overs, they scored more than 100 runs in the final 10 overs and got the score to 179. So do not undermine that Chennai Super Kings team. They know exactly what to do. And a pull shot this time once again by du Plessis. A single taken, 79 for 1 in 10 overs. And especially with the kind of batsmen they have in the middle order, Kedar Jadhav, MS Dhoni, Dwayne Bravo, Ravindra Jadeja, they know how to get the runs.
Well, they do know how to get the runs. So 10 overs are now gone. 79 up on board for the two of them, and 79 up on board for CSK by the two of them, and Faf du Plessis, he is nearing his 50 now, and so is Suresh Raina. So neck to neck, the competition for the 50, 37 for Faf du Plessis and 33 is on what Suresh Raina is.
So it's 79 for 1 in 10 overs. Du Plessis on 37, Raina on 33. Harpreet Brar bowling 3 overs has gone for 24 runs, and Andrew Tried turning out to be expensive once again for Punjab, who was turning out to be the standout guy for Kings 11 last season, is now I think he's missing a trick or two in this season. He's been quite expensive. Just 1 over bowled today. He's gone for 12 runs as well. So he needs to do something if he prepares for the next season, because Kings 11 Punjab might not be having him back in the squad. I think he will be in the auction table quite soon enough.
Well, we'll have to wait and see for that. But for Kings 11 Punjab, their openers need to fire today, because here, as we see, they are moving to a big total here. CSK, they have wickets in their hands. 10 overs gone. They're already on 79. They should be targeting around 190 at the moment.
Well, they might be targeting 190, and they might be able to get that as well, because they have good players of the spin. Arena knows how to attack spin. Dhoni is a fantastic player of spin as well. Kedar Jadhav loves playing spin too, and Ravindra Jadeja just loves slog sweeping all sorts of spinners. That's one of his favourite shots. So Chennai Super Kings have a good pool of batsmen to counter spin, and Kings 11 Punjab, Ravichandran Ashwin and Murugan Ashwin have bowled well in tandem. But it's just that whoever was the standout guy for them in the previous edition, Andrew Ty, expensive, Mujibur Rahman, expensive once again, and Chris Gayle, inconsistent. So those players who were good enough last season haven't been able to fare off for this season.
Well, that has been the case for Kings 11 Punjab. They have performed decently, but it's just the issue of fine margins this time around, because we've seen Mujibur Rahman not clicking for them, and Murugan Ashwin playing more often than not in place of Mujib. And even when Mujib is given a chance, he has not been able to strike as much. And so has Andrew Ty. Andrew Ty had the purple cap last time around, and this time he's just been out of sorts in the 6 games that he's played. He's only picked up 3 wickets, so that itself shows, and that too at an economy of over 10. So that has been the problem for Kings 11 Punjab. Their bowlers have been picked apart, even though when their batting has piled on the runs. KL Rahul has been quite good for them, but it's just the fact that they have been picked apart in the bowling department, and they are now picked apart again, and this time by Faf du Plessis down the ground over the head of the bowler, and that will result in a 6. We'll have to wait and see, because the umpire is not giving a final decision. Is that a 6 or a 4?
Well, confirmation yet to come, but what a shot that was. He just came down the wicket, got underneath the ball and smashed it over the bowler's head. Beautiful shot by Faf du Plessis, and I think that is it's too difficult to say, but I think that's a boundary.
Well, that looks like a boundary to me as well, and we'll have to wait and see for the final decision of the umpire to have a final say on that, as they are referring to the third umpire at the moment. And is that a 4 or a 6? Has that hit the boundary, or is that down on ground and then on boundary? Close call, because I think it's a 4. Yes, it is a 4. Final decision has been taken. So 4 more for CSK, 85 now the total for them in 10.3 overs. Morgan Ashwin picked on that occasion by Faf du Plessis, as he is the one who's facing the next delivery.
So it's 85 for 1. The next delivery was attempted by Faf du Plessis towards the mid-wicket region. He tried to sweep it, but there was an appeal for stumping by Nicholas Pooran. He isn't as confident, but Shamsuddin has gone for the third umpire. I think it's a waste of time, but well, the umpire has the privilege to do that, and he's exactly done that. Randeep Sharma, Otis Mahabir is asking us that who will be in the first place for the playoffs. Well, if Chennai Super Kings win today, then they have cemented their position on top, and they will not move from there. And it's for second, I think. If Mumbai Indians win today, then they'll move on to second, and Delhi might move on to third. So, well, it's anything quite possible. And Faf du Plessis is clearly in. He's clearly in over there, and he's dragged his foot at the back. I think if Kings 11 Punjab had a certain entity by the name of MS Dhoni, then Faf du Plessis would have walked back to the pavilion.
Well, Faf du Plessis was clever at the moment. Even MS Dhoni couldn't have done, because his feet was firmly on the ground. So a not out is being declared by the third umpire, and dot for Morgan Ashwin, and he'll be happy with the dot ball. So a single has been taken off the penultimate delivery of that over, and there's a misfield. So 4 more for CSK, and Punjab are just making things tougher for themselves.
And it's KL Rahul once again. He did the misfield against in the last game as well against Kolkata Knight Riders. Sluggish fielding over there, and he's done it once again. And in similar manner, it's like deja vu for KL Rahul. Once again going between his legs, and it's quite disappointing for a bowler. And KL Rahul has been that sort of a guy that he seems pretty fit when you look at his physicality. But I have noticed it time and time again that there is no comparison between him and Virat Kohli when it comes to energy in the field. Electrifying fielding is not what he's known for.
Well, KL Rahul is a decent fielder, but you're going too hard on him.
No, I have seen it. He's too sluggish. He's too sluggish.
Yes, he's not attentive all the time. I've seen that too. But that'll get better. We can hope for the sake of Indian side. And it's now 11 overs done, 90 upon board for Chennai, and Faf du Plessis on 47. So he has made quite the mark in this over. Suresh Raina still on 34.
And since the World Cup is approaching quite near as well, Faf du Plessis will be leading the South African team in the World Cup, the Proteas. And for the very first time, he said that I'm glad that our team will not be going as favourites of the tournament. But I beg to differ. They're still pretty good. They're still a pretty solid team in the World Cup. And talking about his ODI career, since he will be heading to lead South Africa, he's played 134 games. He has an healthy average of 45.71, has 5,120 runs in his kitty, 32 50s, 11 hundreds, and a high score of 185. So do not rule him out in the World Cup. He might be one underrated batsman that we don't talk about much, but he does know how to get the runs for South Africa. So it's 91 for 1, and he's proving to be quite an asset for Chennai Super Kings. And you can see the keeper took his hand behind, and that is something which separates MS Dhoni from the rest, because MS Dhoni's hands never go behind, and that is why I think Faf du Plessis might have been dismissed if MS Dhoni was in Kings 11 Punjab's wicket-keeping options.
Well, that's a case of ifs and buts, but that was not out on that occasion. So by that, Faf du Plessis is still in the middle. Du Plessis now on 48 after taking the single on the very first delivery. So Suresh Raina is brought back into the strike as Andrew Tye is bowling his second over.
Dr. Arvind Gangawal has joined us as well. Welcome back, Dr. Arvind. They're saying that one team is playing to secure the top spot, while the other team is playing to avoid the bottom spot, because Royal Challengers Bangalore have won yesterday, and because of which they've now moved to 7th from 8th, and Kings 11 Punjab are now in 8th. And another boundary this time struck by Suresh Raina, and the score now moves on to 95 for 1. He just flicked it towards the square leg region. Raina now moves on to 38, while Faf du Plessis is just 2 runs away from yet another IPL 50.
A good shot there by Suresh Raina. 38 the total for him. He moves on just 23 deliveries. Andrew Tye, he's been expensive this time around, 1.2 overs. And 17 for him. Andrew Tye, big appeal this time, but the umpire is not interested. And will they take the DRS? We'll have to wait and see. No, the DRS is not taken at the moment, so a little change in the chit-chat box as Kartikeya Sinha is now joining me in place of Wali, who takes a break.
Thank you, Bardosh, and a very warm welcome. They've taken the DRS of Kings 11 Punjab. Andrew Tye seemed very confident of that appeal. So it's going to be interesting how that works out. First of all, was that a no ball? Doesn't seem so. So that's one tick in the box for Andrew Ty. Where was it pitching? But before that, was there an inside edge? We'll have to wait for that as well. Faf du Plessis though still there, unbeaten, and it's 95 for 1 as it stands. And well, was a clear inside edge, was it? Looked so. So obviously clear deviation as well. The bat is moving. What a silly DRS there taken by Kings 11 Punjab. I think the bowler should be held responsible for this, because the keeper obviously had no idea, and the original decision was not out, and it will remain as not out. So Kings 11 Punjab have lost their review. Remains not out, does Suresh Raina. It's 11.3 overs gone, 95 for 1. As Pranita Das says, CSK will win today. She's supporting Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Gauri Murali also supporting Chennai Super Kings. And one team is playing to secure top spot, while the other team is playing to avoid bottom spots, as Arvind Gangwal, Dr. Gangwal, who tunes in from Abu Dhabi. Am I correct, sir? You are the one, right? As now, it will be interesting how this partnership now progress. They've gotten 65 or 44, but they need to now step on the gas. As now Raina pulls one away through towards fine leg. There is single there, an offer, and the single will take Raina up to 39 of 25 deliveries. Faf, couple of runs away from his half century. He's on 48. Very good evening, Unnati. She's also supporting Chennai today.
Well, many Chennai supporters are because of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We all know that. So are you. You support Chennai in the matches because of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And he has been fantastic, even in the game against Delhi Capitals. The two important stumpings he did of Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant, I guess. So that is one tool that CSK have in their arsenal, who is firing for them time and again. And Andrew Ty on this occasion, fifth delivery, a dot. So du Plessis misses, and safely taken by the wicketkeeper Nicholas Pooran. Faf du Plessis, he's just edging towards his 50 now, 48 of 35 for him, as this partnership between Faf du Plessis and Raina is now at 66 of 46 deliveries. Suresh Raina, he's at the other end on 39 of 25, so they have fared quite well. Faf du Plessis drives it down the ground and will get a single for that as well. So 49 he moves on to now, as the single will now result him being on strike in the next over. 12 overs gone, it's 97 for 1.
Well, it was a pitch that drive, but away from Andrew Ty's extended right arm, so a single there. And the last 4 overs, 40 runs have come for Chennai Super Kings. So slowly but steadily, they're starting to increase the scoring rate. Our Chennai Super Kings, 97 for 1 at the end of over number 12. 49 for Faf. He will retain strike with that single. So he's going to get an opportunity here to go on and get his half century. Easy win for CSK. Dhoni is a beast. And what will India do when Dhoni retires, leaves, says Raja Rajput. Raja, I do not want to imagine that day, in another team that I support, that's happened. When such a massive figure leaves, there's a massive void left. Talking about Manchester United, after Sir Alex retired, the club hasn't been able to recover, and it will be, I think, fairly similar when Dhoni hangs
almost
up his gloves. Now Faf works one away towards deep mid-wicket, 50 up for Faf du Plessis. He'll pick up a single as Harpreet Brar from deep mid-wicket does the fielding and the cleaning up job. Single takes the score to 98 for 1, 50 up for Faf du Plessis. Good knock, and he's back in business right at the very important juncture of the IPL. Hitting form when it matters. 11.50 for Faf du Plessis in the IPL.
Faf du Plessis, another 50 for him. How crucial this knock between the two has been, because they lost Shane Watson initially. Sam Curran did that, getting the breakthrough for Kings 11 Punjab, but they have steadied the ship and are now looking pretty good in the match. 98 the total for CSK now in 12.1 overs. They have the wickets in hand, they have the deliveries in hand. They'll be looking to accelerate from now on. Suresh Raina now on strike, and Morgan Ashwin is able to just spin that away from him. So a dot on the second delivery. Raina, he's also near his 50, 39 of 26 for him.
98 for 1. It's Morgan Ashwin continuing to bowl over number 13 now. 68 worth the partnership as he bowls a flighted delivery. That was the wrong one, getting the thickish outside edge of Raina's bat, who was looking to drive it away. Ball goes towards covers, no runs on that occasion. Otis Mabir, the first and the second team at the end of the round robin matches will play the first qualifier Whoever wins that goes through to the final, while the third and the fourth will play the eliminator. The team that wins that will play the loser of that first qualifier, and then the second eliminator will be between the loser of that first qualifier and the winner of the first eliminator, and whoever wins then goes on to book their place in the final of the IPL. That's on the 12th of May. That's how the playoffs work, sir, with the first and second playing the qualifier for the final, and then the third and fourth playing the eliminator. The winner of that eliminator and the loser of the qualifier then play the second eliminator and book a place, and the winner will book a place in the final. CSK all the way, says Khalid Memon. We got Sanjay Mishra saying Dhoni is the best, and Zakir Khan also tuning in with us. A very good evening to all of you, as now a single there for Faf du Plessis brings up the 100 on the board for Chennai Super Kings. 12.5 overs gone, it's 100 for 1.
Fantastic by Murugan Ashwin. He's certainly been able to keep a hold of these to only 3 runs in the previous 5 deliveries, and the last one is also a single, so a good over this time by Murugan Ashwin. His second over concludes, and only 4 runs for the Chennai Super Kings in that over, so he has contained them quite well in this over, Murugan Ashwin.
Wonderful job this, although his first over gave away 11 runs, but he's come back well as the leg spinner Murugan Ashwin. 15 of the 2 overs that he's bowled so far, and after 13 overs it's 101 for 1 at the moment are Chennai Super Kings. Ryan on 41, du Plessis on 51, and somehow when the business end of the tournament comes, you see that every Chennai player gets back in form. Somehow, somewhere that happens.
Everybody is clicking at the moment for CSK. We saw earlier that they were facing opening partnership issues, their openers weren't clicking, and now Shane Watson was certainly in form, and Faf du Plessis is also scoring for them, so everything seems right at the end for CSK. We have seen that time and again. Whatever problems they are facing throughout the IPL, even if they are, that gets resorted as soon as they come to the business end of the tournament.
Well, I think the next year the IPL should be for 7 teams, and Chennai should be just straight away given a place in the playoffs. That's how it should work, because I think of all the editions that they've participated in, they've always made it to the playoffs with Chennai, winning the tournament thrice anyway. So that tells you that they are one of the most consistent and the most successful team, as Ravichandran Ashwin starts off over number 14 to Suresh Raina, drives it away towards long off. With every single, he's also edging closer to his half century, is Suresh Raina. It's 102 for the loss of 1 wicket at the moment. Chennai has no problem there, Otis. That's what we are here for, to help you, and Chennai always play playoffs. Yes, Khalid, that's what I'm saying. Might as well just give them a place in the playoffs straight away and have the other 7 teams contest for second, third and fourth, because that's how Chennai Super Kings are. That's how consistent they've been, and that tells that also shows in their team selection. They have at least 9 players playing every game, and then the 2 changes happen maximum will be because of a simple fact, because of the conditions on offer. If it's a spinning track, they'll get a spinner in. If it's a batsman friendly track, they'll get another extra batsman in. If it's a seaming track, they'll get a faster bowler in. That's little tweaks to suit the conditions. As now right now again the dabs one away towards long on and picks up a single. Dealing in singles right now, not a problem for Chennai. 104 for 1 at the moment. No Dhoni, no CSK, says Khalid Memon. I think no Dhoni, no cricket for me.
For most of the people that are following CSK, that is the case. And Ravichandran Ashwin just bluffing the Faf du Plessis at that. Faf du Plessis completely miscued the trajectory of that one, as he was surprised by the carom ball of Ravichandran Ashwin. Well, he is a decent bowler, a very good bowler at that. He had played enough games for India before being snubbed by the Indian side. He is now playing aggressively in domestic circuit and in the IPL. He certainly wants a crack at the Indian side, and it shows because of his change in attitude recently we have seen in this IPL also.
Certainly, I think him not being part of the World Cup squad, that's hurt him as well. He's not been part of the Indian limited over squad for a while now, although in the test squad he's still there when India play at home, because he certainly got those wickets for India over the period of time in test cricket. But Kuldeep Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal have turned out to be better prospects in white ball cricket for India. That's why they've got the nod. and Ravindra Jadeja as well, handy with the bat, excellent fielder, so that's why he's also in there. Another single to end the over, an excellent over that from Ravichandran Ashwin. Only 5 runs, 5 singles off it. He's now bowled 3 overs, giving away 19 runs. He's yet to pick up a wicket. 14 overs gone, it's 106 for the loss of 1 wicket. Chennai Super Kings, final 6 overs remaining, that's 36 deliveries. What's your prediction? How many do you think Chennai will get?
Well, after the end of 10 overs, Chennai Super Kings were around 70-75, and I thought they would be picking up the pace from there on, but Kings 11 Punjab, they have done superbly to restrict these two in the centre. Only 27 coming off of the previous 4 overs, so you can make from that how good the bowling has been in the previous 4 overs. I think they will have to pull up their socks now, Chennai Super Kings, because Mohali pitch, we all know how good a batting pitch that is, and they will have to score big here. At least 170 they should be targeting, and for that to happen they'll have to accelerate at around 10 to 12 runs per over, and I think they have wickets in hand. They should now go all guns blazing, these two, because they have the likes of Mahendra Singh Dhoni at the back.
Absolutely, they've got Kedar Jadhav in there, Mahendra Singh Dhoni too, and the rest as well. Now Raina pulls one away towards the cow corner, and by the time the deep mid-wicket fielder can come across far in the throw, a couple of runs there for Suresh Raina. 46 is what he moves up to. MS Dhoni, Ambati Raidu, Kedar Jadhav, Ravindra Jadeja, Dwayne Bravo also in the lineup, and Harbhajan Singh can talk the ball a fair few miles if he has his day. We all remember that Asia Cup match against Pakistan when he got into a little altercation with Shoaib Akhtar all those years ago. So yes, they have a lot of batting left of Chennai, and now pulled one away, this time for a boundary through the same region. Beautiful shot that from Suresh Raina, waited onto it, and that's 50 for Suresh Raina. 39th 50 plus score for Raina in the IPL. He's there's a reason why he's called Chinna Thala, the younger little brother of Chennai Super Kings, because he has been fantastically consistent for the yellow side as he pulls one away. Short delivery from Murugan Ashwin, and Raina had all the time to pick his spot and pulls one away for a 4.
Fantastic shot to bring up his 50. Suresh Raina, his wife on that occasion, who's congratulating Suresh Raina, because he struggled time and again for the past 2 seasons to get into form, and now he's looking to score big here, this time through cover regions, but a fielder there on that occasion, so that will result only in a single. So Du Plessis is being brought on strike. He's also on 53 off of just 41. Their partnership now on 83 off of 62. They'll have to accelerate now, because they can't deal in singles and doubles at the moment, because if that is the case for two or three more overs, total is looking like very bleak for CSK.
As Murugan Ashwin now bowls a flighted delivery, Du Plessis comes down the track and drives it back past the bowler. That will be another boundary here for Faf Du Plessis. Wonderful use of the feet, turns it into a full toss and times it beautifully back past the bowler for a 4. A couple of boundaries in this over, much needed acceleration that for Chennai Super Kings. And once again, didn't try and hit it too hard, did Du Plessis. Just times it and times it so well. A little shimmy down the track, gets to the pitch of the ball, converts that into a full toss, and already 11 runs of that over. Now Du Plessis down the track, goes big over long on. What a 6! That's a 6 from Faf Du Plessis. Paridosh was complaining about acceleration. Du Plessis heard you, boy, and he's saying, well, bring it on.
Well, he certainly heard the calls, because they know they are experienced batsmen, and they know now that they have to accelerate the run rate. Murugan Ashwin, last time he went for only 4 runs, now has been picked apart by these two. A 4 and then a 6 by Faf Du Plessis. This time 83 meters the length, so it was a 6 on any ground at the moment. And Faf Du Plessis has a strike rate of 207 after scoring a 50. So the Kings of Punjab, they need to be scared of this South African. And it's 15 overs now done, 124 up on board for CSK. They will be targeting at least 50 more runs from the 5 overs, as it's time for a strategic timeout.
Anup Bhomik, yes sir, thank you so much sir for your comment, and we will be covering the World Cup for you, no problem at all. Sanjay Mishra says Kohli is the best batsman, but Dhoni is the best captain in the world. 10 teams should play IPL, says Gracie Marian. Well, I'll have a word with the BCCI and let's see if they can get that done. I'm just joking. Don't take it seriously. Devon Love from Brooklyn, brother, how are you? And Rahul Gurung supporting Kings 11 Punjab today. I'm sorry for the batsman from Punjab team, and doing none to help us as Devon. Jitendra Kumar is with us as well, saying my bye is the best. And Arvind, sir, that's a beautiful poem from you. We will get back to that in a moment. It's time for us to take a quick break as well. Strategic timeout is here. 15 gone. It's 124 for 1. We'll be back in a minute. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Moves it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Welcome back to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. The strategic timeout has come to an end. 15 overs gone, 124 for 1 Chennai Super Kings, and the partnership is worth 94 now between the two, as it will be Andrew Tye to start over number 16. And what a welcome he's got from Faf du Plessis. Stands and powers one through extra cover for 4 as du Plessis moves up to 68. It's 128 for 1, partnership worth 98, and the Chennai fans are absolutely loving it. Adarsh Mishra says Dhoni, while Khalid Memon, yes, Delhi will miss Rabada. We'll get back to that later on. But right now, what a start this has been for the Chennai side after the strategic timeout. 5 overs remaining. I'm asking your predictions. How many do you think will Chennai get? Forget about that. Another boundary here. Short ball pulled away by Faf du Plessis. 100 partnership up. It's 132 for 1. Partnership worth 102. And another few runs. And this would be his highest score in IPL for Faf du Plessis. If I'm correct, he's got about some 76 or 73 is his highest. We'll confirm that. 73 is his highest score. So another couple of runs and he'll beat his best. In fact, today he has got a great opportunity to go on and get his maiden 100 in IPL. And now he launches one into the crowd, does Faf du Plessis. What a shot. 4, and now a 6.
Wow, what a shot. What batting by Faf du Plessis. This is clean hitting at its absolute best. The South African international is taking apart Andrew Tye ball by ball. First it was a boundary towards the offside, then it was a boundary towards the leg side, then it was a 6 right down the ground. What batting this by Faf du Plessis. He's now moved on to 78 of 47 deliveries and completely blowing Kings 11 Punjab out of proportions. It's 138 for 1 in 15.3 overs. The strike rate for Faf du Plessis right now is 165.96.
Well, he certainly turned around as Faf after a slow start, after a steady start. He's now getting those runs, and now again pulls one away towards deep mid-wicket hole. There is a fielder there. Will he get it? Oh, puts in a dive and in the end saves another boundary. They should come back for the second, should the Chennai pair. And yes, couple of runs there. So it's already 16 of the over, 140 on the board for Chennai for the loss of 1 wicket. And he makes it look so easy. Does Faf du Plessis, makes it look effortless as well. That cover drive, that pull, and then that long heave into the crowd over mid-wicket, and then that pull towards deep mid-wicket as well for a couple of runs. And he has a strike rate of 102, 207 after crossing 50 as Faf du Plessis in the last 3 years. So, well, either you get him out early or, you know, he's going to make you pay for it. Now pulls one away for a single, does du Plessis, and Andrew Tye will be pleased. That's only a single that's come. 141 for 1 at the moment, the score for Chennai Super Kings. And Suresh Raina, he's on 51. He's back on strike. As Anup Bhomik, if Punjab wants to win, Gale has to help the anchoring role. Well, Chris Gale, Anup Bhomik, the way Chennai are batting, they'll probably set a target about 180 or close to that. Then I don't think Gale will want to anchor. Gale will want to start clobbering from the word go if they have to go on and win that contest and stay alive in this competition to Kings 11 Punjab. And I think the fact that they're fielding first, they'll know that how many overs will they have to get those runs for them to have a better net run rate than Sunrisers Hyderabad. The short delivery pulled by Raina, single there to end the over. 16 overs gone. It's 142 for the loss of 1 wicket. A massive over that coming in for Chennai Super Kings. 4, 4, 6, 2, 1, 1. So that's 18 of that over from Andrew Tye.
And I believe that he's one underrated batsman is Faf du Plessis. No one really talks about him. It's usually Virat Kohli, Kane Williamson, Joe Root, David Warner, Steve Smith, but Faf du Plessis is also one of the batsmen who actually just loves playing white ball cricket. He has over 5,000 runs in the ODI format as well, has an average of 46 in that too, and he's proving to be a real asset for Chennai Super Kings with the bat this time around as well, as he's moved on to 81 of just 49 deliveries, 10 boundaries and 2 sixes under his belt. 52 runs coming out of just boundaries for him today evening. And Suresh Raina on the other end is providing adequate support. He's moved on to 52, so continuing a good run with the bat as well of 52 of just 36 deliveries, 5 boundaries and 2 sixes for him as well. And Andrew Tye once again turning out to be an expensive customer for Kings 11 Punjab. 37 runs is what he has given in 3 overs, while Murugan Ashwin on the other end has given 33 runs in 3 overs. It's Sam Curran, the left-arm pacer from England this time, who's bowling his 3rd over of the evening. A good delivery this time around of 130.2 kilometers per hour. Raina went for the big shot over long on, but just falls short for Mandeep Singh. So a single taken over there. The team owners are over there, Preeti Zinta as well as her husband, and they will be quite I think that they would be quite discontent that the team is at the bottom of the table, and they had a really good auction. They bought Sam Curran for a heavy price. They bought Varun Chakravarti, left arm, the right arm mystery spinner from the Tamil Nadu Premier League, who just played 1 game, and after that he got injured. So they haven't been able to do justice, have Kings 11 Punjab, with their signings, and Sam Curran hasn't been given a regular indication of being able to play for the next few games. But what does Faf du Plessis do? This time it's a ball that is bowled outside the off stump, a ball at a slower pace by Sam Curran, and with those long levers, Faf du Plessis just smashes one down the ground once again. It's another 6 for Faf du Plessis. The score now moves on to 149 for 1. He's in real good form, is Faf du Plessis, and that is his 3rd 6 of the evening so far.
His highest score in IPL, an 88-meter long 6, that from Faf du Plessis, massive into the 2nd tier, and that's taken him to 87 now. Faf du Plessis 13 short of what will be a fantastic 100 as he now whips one away through towards widest long on. Good diving stop there by the fielder, and that will just be a single. 88 is now what Faf du Plessis moves up to, and well, certainly he's turning the heat on here. 120 the partnership worth of just 74 deliveries. Looks very long ago when Shane Watson was gone. It was 30 when they lost Shane Watson's wicket, and now the partnership worth 120 as Chennai have touched the 150 mark. It's 150 for the loss of 1 wicket. Playing like true champions are Chennai Super Kings now. Short delivery, Raina pulls it away and straight to short fine leg, caught by Mohammad Shami, and that's the end of the partnership. Suresh Raina gone for 53. Sam Curran picks up his 2nd wicket, and Chennai have lost their 2nd wicket.
So it's 150 for 2. It was bowled at a slower pace by Sam Curran, a short delivery, and the man standing at short fine leg. Mohammad Shami takes an easy catch, but once again, a good innings by Suresh Raina, his second consecutive 50 in the IPL. The previous one came against Delhi Capitals, and the current one was against Kings 11 Punjab. So a brilliant knock of 53. And the good news for Chennai is that right when people were thinking that their top order isn't doing enough and it might just add pressure for them as they head into the playoffs, well, they've found the right form now.
And guess who's walked out at the IS Bindra Stadium in Mohali? Mahendra Singh Dhoni, number 7. That's what I can see. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I may be wrong, but I think it is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Sorry to tease you all. But yes, Raina though trying to pull that slower off cutter from Sam Curran and played it straight to short fine leg at, straight to Mohammad Shami, who made no mistake. Zakir Khan, Sachi Pawar, Fiza Khan, Upendra Upadhyay, Tenzing. Guys, a very warm welcome. Gautam Rawat as well with us. And Suresh Kumar. Gale Blast will come after CSK. So clearly a lot of Chris Gale fans here as well in Cricket Lounge. And hopefully we'll have a few more cracking shots coming in before the end of Chennai's innings. 150 for 2 after 16.4 overs. 20 deliveries left in this innings for Chennai. How many can they get? You'd bet on them to get about 40 in the final 20 deliveries. So that will take them to 190, I think, which will be a very competitive score on a big ground like this. Deepak Singh says looking nice, CSK, while Tenzing says well played Suresh Raina. In fact, he did play very well, Suresh Raina, although it was Faf du Plessis who's been hitting those sixes now, but he played an excellent second fiddle there, did Suresh Raina. And Sachi, they can set a good score. And yes, I wasn't wrong, I was not teasing you, it is Talaiva. Mahendra Singh Dhoni out there to join Faf du Plessis as he's now welcome with a short ball, a bouncer from Sam Curran. Dhoni lets that go to the keeper, and that will be the first bouncer, the one bouncer for the over, no wide, not a no ball.
So that's now 150 for 2, a good bouncer bowled by Sam Curran, and it's been only him this time around. In the last game also he scored a brilliant knock of 50 of just 27 odd deliveries against I forgot who the opposition was, but he scored 50 over there. And right now as well, the 2 wickets that have come for Kings 11 Punjab have all come because of Sam Curran. He's taken 2 wickets for just 24 runs of 2.5 overs, and he scored a 50 against the Kolkata Knight Riders over there. So turning to be a real valuable player, Sam Curran, but it's too late, I feel. And I think Sam Curran might be one of the go-to guys next season for Kings 11 Punjab. Well, not this season because he wasn't given a regular shift in. It's a 150 for 2 in 17 overs. Faf du Plessis will now have the strike. He's just 12 runs away from his maiden IPL 100, while MS Dhoni is yet to come off the mark.
So 17 overs gone, dot ball there to end the over, and it's 150 for the loss of 2 wickets at the moment. The Chennai Super Kings, final 3 overs remaining, and yes, he is here. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the new man who's come out to join Faf du Plessis, who's closing in on his 100 as well. Deepak Singh says, I love CSK. Deepak Kumar says CSK will win the match. And Anup Bhoming says, I think the reason for Punjab's failure in this season is their weak middle order and they don't have good all-rounders. Absolutely spot on, Anup. And the fact that they have a good all-rounder in Sam Curran and they don't play him regularly, that's also a mystery for me. I don't know why. As Ravichandran Ashwin comes in to bowl over number 18 and dabbed away towards mid-on there by Faf du Plessis to collect a single. He's on 89 now, is Faf du Plessis. He's 11 shy of 100. Can he get there? Gautam Rawat says, I love CSK. Dhoni is the best. And it is Dhoni who is now on strike. He's yet to open his account. He's faced a couple of deliveries. And it will be once a long time ago, the master and the apprentice. Dhoni versus Ravichandran Ashwin, a man under whom he's done a great job as Ashwin. And Dhoni now pulls one away towards wideish long on. He'll pick up one. Will he come back for the second? I think he'll just settle for one. Yes, he will. And Sachi Pawar says, wow, Arvind ji. I know it was a beautiful 4 lines there by Dr. Arvind Gangwal. Sir, thank you very much for the love.
It's a 152 for 2 in 17.2 overs. Chennai Super Kings skipper is now in there, but let's not forget that Faf du Plessis is playing a gem of a knock for Chennai Super Kings. He came in to open the innings. He's still there till the 18th over. He's on 90 now of 53 deliveries. He's playing one wonderful knock for Chennai. Dhoni on the other end is on 1 of 3, and we know what he could do in the final few overs. It's a Ravichandran Ashwin who is bowling to his former captain of the Chennai Super Kings, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Fourth delivery ball is a short one outside the off stump, cuts it away, but no runs taken over there as Murugan Ashwin does his duty and collects the ball. No run taken. It's 153 for 2. Gautam Rawat saying that if du Plessis has played brilliantly well today, and Krishna Bani saying that Chennai is the number 1 team. Well, one thing is for certain, if they win tonight, they will be on top of the table, irrespective of Mumbai winning the game against Kolkata Knight Riders.
Well, a bit of slow start there for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. 5 deliveries faced, only 1 run, but it won't take long for him to change that. As Ashwin now bowls and Dhoni on the back foot dabs that away towards the extra cover region. A single there to end the over. A good tight over from Ashwin. 4 overs off it. He's completed his quota of 4 overs as Ashwin. 4 overs, none for 23 figures for him. As 18 overs have come to an end, it's 154 for the loss of 2 wickets. So final 2 overs remaining in this innings for Chennai Super Kings. How many can they get? We're still waiting. I wanted 100 for Faf du Plessis. I want a few helicopters as well flying out of the PCA Stadium with the Mahendra Singh Dhoni out there in the middle. But right now, I think they've done a good job to keep a check on Dhoni so far. 4 runs of that over from Ashwin, doing a decent job, the captain. But now it will be, they've got an over from Mohammad Shami left, an over from Sam Curran left. So these probably will be the bowlers who will bowl an over each. They've got over from Andrew Ty as well. So it'll be very interesting who will bowl the final 2.
Well, I think it's going to be Sam Curran this time around because he's bowled quite well. He's given away 24 runs in 3 overs, has taken 2 wickets as well. So it's going to be Sam Curran from one end and Mohammad Shami from the other because he's been underbowled, I feel, today. He's bowled quite well. He's given away just 12 runs in 2 overs. So I think he's bowled an overshot today. He should have completed his 4 over spell. But Ravichandran Ashwin, you know what kind of a captain he is. He just loves experimenting over here. It's a 154 for 2 in 18 overs. It's Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Chennai's skipper, the man who's on strike right now as he faces Sam Curran for his final over of the spell. It's a ball towards the leg stump region as Dhoni just flicks it away. Will it go for a boundary? Absolutely it does not, because good fielding there by Brun. So 2 runs taken over there. He will retain the strike while MS Dhoni is 156 for 2.
Quick running between the wickets there as he very quickly comes back for the second. A 44 not out of just 20 delivery against Delhi Capitals. He smashed them all around the park. Trent Bolt, the New Zealand left-arm fast bowler, was also cracked away. And Dhoni, what an innings, and it's great for Dhoni to be back in form just before the World Cup as well for the Indians. A lot of question marks. Rishabh Pant obviously not selected, and Dhoni, when he wears the yellow, he's a different man, isn't he? And now Sam Curran to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, short ball, Dhoni pulls it away towards deep mid-wicket, couple of bounces and another diving stop there. Excellent stuff in the deep, only a single there. Dhoni moves up to 5, it's 157 for the loss of 2 wickets. Good stuff there, top stuff by Mayank Agarwal at the deep mid-wicket. Deepak Subedi, the score is 157 for 2. We've got 3 deliveries bowled in this over, that is the score. And DRS, it means Dhoni review system, and Dhoni I love you, says Deepak Singh. Gautam Rawat, yes, second match of the day will be Mumbai versus KKR, and Chris Gayle will play well today, says Krishna Bani. We'll have to wait for that, as now Faf du Plessis pulls one away. Has he got enough on it? Yes, into the crowd for 6. Faf du Plessis, you beauty, moves up to 96. It's 163 for 2.
He's got stuck on that. It was a good bouncer. He bowled it right towards his head, but that gave Faf du Plessis the time to chance his arm, and he plays the big heave over mid-wicket. Beautiful shot by Faf du Plessis. He's in real good form. With that shot, he moves on to 96. Just another shot away from his maiden IPL 100. That was an 87 meter 6 here on Sam Curran.
That's not a small ground, to be honest, and he's cleared it with ease. As Faf du Plessis, he's got a body better than half the Bollywood stars that we see. 163 for 2. That's the score, Prasanna. As he's bowled him.
It was a good delivery this time by Sam Curran, right on the block hole. It hit the front pad and then went on to strike the off stump. A sorry end for Faf du Plessis. He was playing wonderfully well, and it looked like he would be getting his maiden 100 over there. But Sam Curran has been in top-notch form as well. It's just that he hasn't been complimented from the other bowlers, and it was a good delivery. It hits the back pad, rolls on to hit the off stump, and Faf du Plessis departs. What a knock by South Africa's skipper. 96 he walks out for of 55 deliveries, and I'm sure he can feel quite disappointed over there.
I think he's disappointed. I think everyone at the PCS Stadium is disappointed. Despite being Kings 11 Punjab supporters, they will be disappointed. Expect expecting a century from Faf. Yes, Sachi, so was I. I'm also slightly disappointed that he finished and ended up 4 runs short, gone for 96, but he's played a great job there. He's great innings from Faf du Plessis. On the score now 163 for 3. CSK all the way, says Khalid Menon. Masood Ahmed Khan says 171 will be the score, while Khalid says 181 will be the score. Deepak Subedi says Kati over Vayo. 18.4 overs, Deepak. It's 163 for 3 after 18.4 overs.
And it's MS Dhoni who's currently the man on the other end. He's on 5 of 8 and the next batsman to come, well, it's a tough call. It might be Dwayne Bravo, it might be Jadhav, it might be Ravindra Jadeja. All three can really hit the ball, but we'll just have to wait and watch who will be accompanying MS Dhoni. A brilliant knock by Faf du Plessis, the second Chennai Super Kings batsman to score 96 in one IPL season, because Shane Watson had done that against Sunrise Hyderabad. He fell short, 4 runs short in that game as well, and the other opener this time, Faf du Plessis, just playing tribute to him. He's also gone for 96, so a disappointing end against run-of player, I'll have to say. Khalid Menon says that it will be Jadeja, but it's not Jadeja, it's Ambati Raidu, who now accompanies MS Dhoni, and a quick single taken on the very first delivery.
Directed by the wicket keeper. It was the inside edge of Raidu's bat, and not it can happen once but won't happen twice. You cannot run Mahendra Singh Dhoni out as a keeper. Happened once.
Only Parthiv Patel can
only
do that.
Parthiv Patel. Little Parthiv Patel could do it. No one else, I think. And what a terrific Yorker that was from Sam Curran. Got the inside edge of the bat, then the pad, and played it onto the stumps. He had a smile on his face. Did Faf du Plessis. Oh, he was disappointed, mightily disappointed, and then gets a pat on the back from Sam Curran. Excellent sportsmanship that from Sam Curran, but what a knock from Faf du Plessis. It's come to an end. He's gone for 96. It's 164 for 3. Chennai Super Kings, as now, as far as the Fair Play Award is concerned, Kings 11 Punjab are 5th there in that list. Delhi Capitals right at the top. Well, at least there's one award that we're getting, that's for sure. And that's the Fair Play Award.
Irrespective of whether you win the trophy or not, Delhi Capitals will be the fairest team on the field, and that's good to know. It's a 164 for 3 in 18.5 overs, and you can just see Sam Curran, despite of not having much pace, he bowls on 136, 137, and in spite of that, he's a clever bowler. He still manages to chip in with wickets, so it's not necessary that a bowler needs to consistently bowl at a pace of 145, 160, 46, because Umesh Yadav is the best example of that.
Well, forget Umesh Yadav. Sean Tate, remember, 150 plus he used to clock, and he used to get clobbered all over the park. He never bowled a straight delivery, did Sean Tate, so it's always not going to be about pace. You know, you look at Wasim Akram at the end of his career as well. 4-5 steps is max what he used to take in his run-up, and then get the ball to move left, right, centre, and he's still the best left-arm fast bowler. In fact, if I have a choice of getting a bowler back and getting to see him again, it'll be Wasim Akram.
Well, I think 90% of the people would agree to that, Wasim Akram or Shane Warne, but I think most of them would say Wasim Akram, because that was just something else. And 165 for 3 in 19 overs the score is right now. Coming back to the game, a final over to be bowled. I think it's going to be Mohammad Shami to conclude the proceedings here for Kings 11 Punjab. MS Dhoni hasn't hit a boundary so far. He's on 6 of 9 deliveries. Ambati Raidu, the new batsman, and he's taken a single of the very first delivery. And Kings 11 Punjab, it may seem like 175, 180 is a chaseable target, but let's not forget they will be playing for the qualifiers over there for the eliminator. So if they need to win this game, they have to complete that within 13 or 12 overs. Otherwise, it will be curtains for them and their IPL season. 165 for 3 in 19 overs. MS Dhoni will be the man on strike, and Ambati Raidu is on the other end. A good delivery by Shami, slower bouncer, and just a single taken by Dhoni.
Powered away towards a long off there by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Mohammad Shami bowling his third over, the final over of this innings. He's given away 13 runs in the 13 deliveries he's bowled. That's pretty good for T20 format, to be honest. 166 for 3. CSK make over 180 because it's chase of Kings 11 Punjab, says Gautam Rawat. Khalid Menon says CSK all the way. Chennai need 180. First ball, 6 runs. Pravind Kumar, no 6, only a single. And 2 sixes in this over is what you want, Pravin. Then okay, we'll wait and see if that happens. Tenzin says if Gale stays till the 16th over, then the target of 180 won't be safe. Well, to be honest, as long as Gale is out there, nothing is safe. Not even the crowd is safe when Chris Gale is going. No! Ambati Raidu heaves one towards deep mid wicket and he's gone. He's gone. Ambati Raidu doesn't have enough power and it's caught at the boundary rope. And that's the end of Raidu's little innings of one. He's back in the hut. And Shami picks up his first wicket. More importantly for Kings 11 Punjab, it's a dot ball.
So making a small comeback over here are Kings 11 Punjab after taking that wicket of Faf du Plessis. They've got another one. And this time it's Ambati Raidu as he just tried to play the six. He tried to smash a six over mid wicket, but a simple catch taken by Mandeep Singh. So it's 166 for 4. Prasanna Bashayal is saying.
That's in Nepali.
What's he saying?
He's saying, Sir, nasta avayo, huzur ko. Have you had anything to eat, Wali?
Yes, sir, I have. I should be asking you that question. Have you had anything?
Not yet.
But
I'm waiting for the sunset.
All right, so he's waiting. I understand. I get that reference.
I've had a bread and omelette. Thank you so much, Wali, for the love. And clearly, Sachi Pawar doesn't want KL Rahul to be scoring a few runs today, supporting Chennai Super Kings. Says hopefully KL Rahul should not be informed today. And Deepak Singh, along with Gautam Rawat, Masood Ahmed Khan. Very warm welcome. Anup Bhomik. Faf has played a great knock, but on the other hand, Shane Watson is failing again and again. He should be replaced in the playoffs. Well, to be honest, that's when he comes to life. Does Shane Watson in the playoffs or the final? And now Dhoni whips one away towards deep mid wicket. It's straight to the fielder. A couple of bounces, only a single there. This is terrific death over bowling by by Kings 11 Punjab.
Good over so far by Mohammad Shami. Just 2 runs coming off of it, and the wicket of Ambati Raidu as well. So a good over. And the previous over was quite good as well. Just a 6 coming on that over. Also the big wicket of Faf du Plessis, and he could have smashed a few in the final delivery because he was seeing the cricket ball as a football with the way that he was batting. It's a 167 to 4, and Kedar Jadhav has no time to get set over there. He just has 3 deliveries, out of which he might just face 1 if he takes a single. So it's a 167 for 4. Kedar Jadhav has scored 162 runs in 14 games, has a strike rate of 96. He needs to work on that, but he hasn't done enough for the Chennai Super Kings this time around. And this time he just gets bowled on the very first delivery by Mohammad Shami. So a remarkable comeback by Kings 11 Punjab. They're getting wickets left, right and centre over here. A good delivery outside the inside. It was bowled at the off-stump region, 145.6 km per hour, and that's another wicket for them.
Well, 2 wickets and 2 runs in this over from Mohammad Shami. What an over this. And he's gone is Kedar Jadhav. Pravind Kumar wanted a 6, but no, that's not going to happen. Raidu not a hitter like Jaddu, says Khalid Menon. Yes, I agree with that. And you also say that need boundaries. Well, they've got 2 deliveries remaining because Kedar Jadhav is gone for a golden duck. First ball duck. Yes, Sachi Pawar to Anup Bhomik says yes, actually he should be, but Dhoni sir won't do that for sure because he really has faith on all the players. Well, yes, talking about Shane Watson and his poor form, I think all of us who are doubting Watson, a big score is not very far away, and you heard it here first on Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes from Walli Siddiqui.
Well, that was Karthik Sinha over there, but 167 for 5 in 19.4 overs, and I think quite a few people are suggesting that Murli Vijay should make a way, should get a nod in the team instead of Shane Watson because he scored a good knock of 36-37 runs against Mumbai Indians, and that one innings that he got an opportunity in instead of Shane Watson. Well, it might not be such a bad move for Chennai to promote him. But I don't think that's going to happen because Shane Watson scored a crucial 100 in the finals against a formidable Sunrise Hyderabad team. Or it's just that he loves playing against Sunrise Hyderabad because he almost scored another one. But it's Dwayne Bravo this time who just takes the single, or will he rush for 2? I think those are 2 runs. It's a 168 for 5, or has he refused?
Only a single there, only a single. So single wicket, single wicket, single. That's how this over from Mohammad Shami panned out. What a terrific over. And if you look at the last 4 overs, only 27 runs scored and 4 wickets picked up by Kings 11 Punjab. Terrific death over bowling this by everyone in the last 4 overs that they've bowled. Shami now with the final delivery. He'd want to make sure that he doesn't go on and concede a boundary here. No 180 today. Good over by Shami. And Mohan Hegde says very good commentary. Thank you, Mohan sir. And best bowler for the last over. 171, Masood Ahmed Khan. That was your prediction. We need another 3 runs to get there. And apart from that, 180 is what Khalid said. That's not going to happen, Mr. Memon. but I really doubt that will happen. And now Shami for the final time, and he stops halfway through with Mahendra Singh Dhoni backing away. And well, I'm just looking for someone who predicted 170 or 169. That's not happened. So well, no prediction is going to come true. And Praveen Kumar says, come on, at least hit a 6 now. CSK gives chance to Punjab with that the way the Punjab side has clawed their way back into this contest. What an over this by Mohammad Shami. Third man, final leg, patrolling the boundary rope. Final delivery to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Yorker, excellent from Shami. Dhoni powers it down towards long on. Will pick up second as well. Come back for 2, and that will be it. 170 is the score. MS is there on program. Well, is that a Windows joke? I don't get. Well, the news is that it's 170 for 5 after 20 overs. Terrific over that by Mohammad Shami. 5 runs and a couple of wickets in that final over. So quickly we'll talk you through what's happened. It was Chennai who lost the toss and were put into bat first. And Faf du Plessis scored a brilliant 96. 53 for Suresh Raina. As far as the wicket takers were concerned, couple of them, in fact 3 for Sam Curran and 2 for Mohammad Shami. And in the end, Chennai ended with a 170 for the loss of 5 wickets in their 20 overs, setting Punjab a target of 171 to win the match. We'll take a break here, and we will be back as soon as action resumes at the IS Bindra Stadium in Mohali, when Punjab come out to chase 171.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Moves it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Moves it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, Everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
And welcome back with the light chit chat between me, Paritosh Joshi, and Wali Siddiqui at Sports Flashes for the match between Kings 11 Punjab and Chennai. Chennai have put on a total of 170 and the target for Punjab to chase is 171. Players have made their position on the field. Deepak Chahar would be opening the proceedings for Chennai, and it's Chris Gale and KL Rahul who will be opening the chase for Kings 11.
So it's going to be a big task for Kings 11 Punjab if they want to qualify for the playoffs because they have to chase this down in a comprehensive manner. Not only do they have to lose less number of wickets, but they also have to chase it within 15 or 14 overs, and if that happens, then there might be a chance for them to qualify for the playoffs. It is a long shot, but anything is quite possible. If we do remember a chase of similar nature, then it was Mumbai Indians versus Rajasthan Royals when they needed, I think, 190?
196 exactly, and they chased it down inside 15 overs. So that was one hell of a game at the Wankhede. Would KL Rahul and Chris Gale do the same? Kings 11 would surely have a chance of qualification if KKR lose to Mumbai Indians in the second encounter of the day at the Wankhede. So things are very interesting here. They have bowled brilliantly. Kings 11 Punjab right at the death to restrict Chennai Super Kings to only 170. At one point they were looking at the target of above 180, 190, and the target being under control, they certainly have found something to fight their batsmen, and with players like Chris Gale and KL Rahul on their day, they on themselves can take the game away from the opposition.
Well, the first ball has been bowled by Deepak Chahar and it's a dot delivery. So KL Rahul will have to be aggressive as well as Chris Gale, because usually it's Rahul who plays the sheet anchor role, but today that is not required for Punjab's end. He has to be as aggressive as possible. He has to get as many runs as possible for his team's sake. He's been in good form. He scored a crucial 70 odd runs against Hyderabad, but that was all in vain. He couldn't do much over there. So coming back to the game, it's 0 for no loss. The next delivery has been cover driven by KL Rahul, so no runs over there as well, and it's 0 for 0 right now, and it's the first over is currently being bowled by Deepak Chahar. So he's proved to be quite impressive with the white leather as well. He has displayed his skill when it comes to the away swingers and the in swingers, and I do remember that wicket of Virat Kohli which he took at the Chinnaswamy. It was a brilliant delivery. Once again, defended on the front foot by Rahul. Another dot delivery by him.
Well, you can see for KL Rahul, there are many fielders on the offside because they know that he is a strong player on the up. For Deepak Chahar, he has bowled brilliantly in the first three deliveries. All three of them dots. Coming back to our chit chat session, there are many people joining in. Anup Bhomik says Faf's dismissal has led to CSK scoring 15 to 20 runs short. Well, obviously he was in good touch, and his dismissal certainly provided them with some respite. The Kings 11 Punjab bowlers, and Abhishek Pandey says Dhoni will win, so he is supporting. Akhilesh is supporting CSK at the moment. And for CSK fans, the news is that the target for Kings 11 Punjab is 171, and KL Rahul and Chris Gale, they have started the proceedings for Kings 11. Deepak Chahar has bowled brilliantly on the four deliveries that he has bowled. All four of them dot, and Deepak Chahar, he has certainly been very, very good this time around for CSK.
So it's 4 dot deliveries by Deepak Chahar, a perfect start for Chennai Super Kings, and already there has been a few good deliveries bowled by Deepak Chahar. KL Rahul did try to drive that on a couple of occasions, but he wasn't able to get a boundary, and the boundaries are what Kings 11 Punjab need today evening. Deepak Chahar rushes in to bowl the 5th delivery. This time it's towards the leg stump region. Another dot delivery. This is turning out to be a fantastic over for Deepak Chahar and Chennai Super Kings, and not the most ideal for Kings 11 Punjab. 5 dots. KL Rahul must get out of that zone and must play the innings of his life today if he wants his team to have some sort of a chance in the playoffs. 14 matches played by KL Rahul in 2019, and he scored 522 runs in the process. So he's there in contention for the orange cap race. But what does he do on the final delivery? He just plays a brilliant pull shot, and that's gone for a 6. So there might be 5-dot deliveries, but the run tally is right now 6 for no loss.
So compensated by KL Rahul on the very last delivery. He played 5 dots initially, but on the very last delivery he smacks one towards the mid-wicket region and over everybody. 6. The first 6 of the evening for Kings 11 Punjab and for KL Rahul. So the chase is on for Kings 11. They need to chase it down inside 15 overs to stand any chance of qualification. They are still not out of contention, and it is going right to the wire. So if Kings 11 Punjab, the chase of their life, they will give themselves a certain chance of qualification for the playoffs.
Saifuddin Ali, also known as Sriram Maurya, is once again back with us on Sports Classes Cricket Lounge. Good to have you, Saifuddin Ali, and he's also inviting us to his wedding, which is on 17th July. And let me tell you, I did not look at that date that he just wrote, because I remember it now. It's on 17th June 2019. And he's asking us to, I said July, okay, I might be wrong over there, and we'll try to be there. If I'm not there, Paritosh will certainly be there, I promise you. It's a 6 for no loss in 1 over, and the second over is now being bowled by the Turbinator, Harbhajan Singh, to the dangerous Chris Gayle.
Well, fantastic on this occasion by the KL Rahul, who struck a massive 6 over mid-wicket region off of Deepak Chahar, and now it's Chris Gayle who's placing the ball for a 4. Harbhajan Singh has been brought into attack, and he's been placed for a 4 by Chris Gayle, a rare sight on the cricketing ground.
Well, he just nudged that towards a square leg boundary. I thought that was going to be a single, but for some odd reason that has gone towards the boundary line, and there is no deep square leg. So I think there has to be a long on in place for Chris Gayle. The second delivery bowled outside the off stump. He drives it towards the covers. No runs taken over there, and a different hairstyle this time for Chris Gayle. You never know, that might bring in some different fortunes for him and his team. It's 10 for no loss after 1.2 overs, and Gayle is on 4 of 2 deliveries, while KL Rahul is on 6 of 6. Harbhajan Singh now steps in to bowl the third delivery of his over, and quite a decent bowling lineup do Chennai Super Kings have. It's another good one. This time drifting it towards the leg stump area. Quick single taken. It's now 12 for no loss. In fact, it's 11 for no loss after 1.3 overs. And Chris Gayle has taken a single this time around. And it could have been overthrows, but lack of awareness by KL Rahul over there. He should have looked at that fielder who wasn't backing up, and it could have been a double. So, like I said, KL Rahul isn't aware, and that is something which he needs to improve on.
Well, he'd be improving on with time, but at the moment 1.3 overs are done, 11 on board, so another boundary, and they'll be running with the target at the moment, because they certainly need at least 15 runs per over for standing any chance of qualification. And after a while we'll know if they are having any chance, because these two, their shoulders are the ones who are responsible at the moment for Kings 11 Punjab's chase.
Well, it's 11 for no loss. 1.3 overs have been bowled. Harbhajan Singh rolls up to bowl another delivery, and what a shot this time by KL Rahul. Just shuffles away from the stumps and smashes one over long off. What a shot that was by KL Rahul. A big 6, his second 6 of the evening, and 2 consecutive 6s for KL Rahul. I think he's in no mood of fun and games. He doesn't want to get settled in there. He just wants Kings 11 Punjab to cross the line as quick as possible. Brilliant shot by KL Rahul. Harbhajan Singh being sent to the cleaners this time around, and he needs to improve on his line away. Otherwise, these two batsmen will tear him apart. It's 17 for no loss and crisp and clean. That is what the shot was, and that's another 6 by KL Rahul. Was it? It was. So, wow, what brilliant batting in the last 3 deliveries that he's faced. He smashed 3 6s.
Fantastic by KL Rahul. Another brilliant 6 by him. And what are we witnessing here? Will KL Rahul certainly give Kings 11 Punjab a chance of qualification? Because at this rate, he certainly will. 65 meters, shorter boundary this time around, but similar result. 6 more for Kings 11 Punjab.
Brilliant batting by KL Rahul, and sensibly done over here once again by KL Rahul. This time takes a single on the final delivery. He's got the runs in this over. 24 for no loss. Rahul is already on 19 of 9 deliveries, and he struck 3 6s so far. And Anup Bhomvik is here with us. He's saying that Gale has to go after the bowling right from the very first ball if they have to finish the match. Well, Gale will certainly be going, but it's KL Rahul right now who's playing the role of an aggressive. Brilliant batting by him right now. And it's the score is 24 for no loss in 2 overs. A good start for Kings 11 Punjab. They must keep their wickets intact. KL Rahul and Chris Gale have been in good form for Kings 11 Punjab for quite some time now, and they need to carry on that good run in order to end their final league fixture on a good note, on a positive note. Adnan Rizvi is here with us saying hello. Well, welcome Adnan Rizvi to Sports Flashes Cricket Round. Saifuddin Ali, Akhilesh Pandey, Anup Bhomvik. Quite a lot of people joining us on Sports Flashes Cricket Round. Welcome everyone. It's 24 for no loss in 2 overs. The first over was bowled by Shardul Thakur, which went for 6. The second over was bowled by Harbhajan Singh, which went for 18. So it's the chase is on, and the target for them to win was 171. Right now, it's 147 more runs required in 18 overs. Kings 11 Punjab are definitely in the hunt.
Well, definitely they've given themselves a charge from the first 2 overs. Harbhajan Singh has been picked apart by KL Rahul in the previous over, and 18 coming off of it. He is the one who's now batting on, and another 4 right of the very first ball by KL Rahul. He's taking it on at the moment, and Kings 11 Punjab 28 up on board for them. At which rate is this player going? 23 runs in just 10 deliveries. Fantastic from KL Rahul.
And yes, so what a good shot that was by KL Rahul. What a shot that was by KL Rahul, and that will go towards the boundary line. Brilliant batting by him, and he's just picking the field. He's looking at the gaps. He's just targeting the boundaries over there, and that's what he can do. And definitely looking bright right now for Kings 11 Punjab. This time he plays it towards the cover region, shuffles away a slower delivery, but couldn't find the gap. So straight to the fielder. No runs, 28 for no loss in 2.2 overs. Deepak Singh is here saying that MS is there on program. Well, I do not get that, Deepak Singh, and quite a few MS Dhoni fans as well. And the next game, well, it's a double header, Super Sunday, the final double header of the 2019 edition of the IPL, and the final league fixture of the 2019 edition of the IPL is going to be Kolkata Knight Riders versus Mumbai Indians. In fact, Mumbai Indians versus Kolkata Knight Riders at the Wankhede Stadium. We will be there for that as well. But right now, it's the KL Rahul show, because he's pulled it away towards the final leg region for another boundary. 27 he's moved on to of 12 deliveries. The score is 32 for no loss, and he's turning it to, and he's turning this into a batting haven right now, this wicket.
Well, the wicket is certainly favouring KL Rahul at the moment, because at this rate, he'll certainly take every bowler on and would want to give Kings 11 Punjab a chance with with the majority of the fielders inside a 30-yard circle. KL Rahul is taking on himself to score the majority of the runs. 27 off of just 12 deliveries for him, as Chris Gale is just a watcher at this point of time. KL Rahul is moving at a different rate altogether.
And it's 32 for no loss in 2.3 overs, and good batting here by KL Rahul. This time he flicks it, and we will get to that. He's flicked it towards the fielder. It's still 32 for no loss in 2.3 overs. 139 runs required for Kings 11 Punjab to win this game. He's batting quite well, is KL Rahul. And what a shot that was. Deepak Singh is here with us. Satpal Sidhu is here as well. And it's a single taken to give Chris Gale the strike. Chris Gale will now be facing Deepak Chahar, and it will be his 5th delivery of the over. And not a good start by Deepak Chahar, because he's already went for 15 runs in 1.4 overs, and he's going to bowl to the universe boss Chris Gale this time around.
Chris Gale, well, he would also like to join the party at the moment. KL Rahul is the one who's doing the majority of the damage, but Chris Gale, we all know how damaging his batting can be for CSK. He's a disastrous batsman when he comes in his own, and CSK would not want him to fire on the evening, particularly because KL Rahul and Chris Gale, this pair, if these both start firing, it will be dismantled they'll be dismantled, CSK bowlers, and only a dot on the very first delivery for Chris Gale, and it's now the final ball of the over. after KL Rahul has shifted strike, their run rate is certainly now coming down, because it's KL Rahul who is scoring most of the runs for them.
And it's 33 for no loss, a dot delivery by Chris Gayle. He's on 4 after facing 4 deliveries. And the final ball is to be bowled. Deepak Chahar bowling the final delivery of his second over. Chris Gayle just leaves that. So he's showing some respect to the bowlers. He hasn't started as the aggressor. In fact, it's KL Rahul who's turning gear, who's shifting gears on the other end, while Chris Gayle is taking his own sweet time. C. Subi thinks that Chennai Super Kings will lose this game. Anup Bhomvik is here stating that if Rahul continues his form into the World Cup, India's middle order will be stronger. Well, I agree with that highly. Anup Bhomvik, I think he could be the perfect number 4 batsman. Well, if you ask me, MS Dhoni would have been the perfect number 4 batsman in the World Cup, but since India haven't tried him up enough, I think he will be coming lower down the order. He will be coming at number 5. So if you want a number 4 batsman, I would definitely prefer KL Rahul over Vijay Shankar.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter what you prefer or I prefer. At the moment,
It doesn't matter.
The plans of Indian side are quite different. They are planning to go with certain Vijay Shankar or KL Rahul. And that is the story of Indian side. We'll have to come to that later, because it's the IPL right now. We're focusing on 33 in 3 overs, and Deepak Chahar, especially the over of Harbhajan Singh, the second over, that was crucial for Punjab to get into the rhythm, because initially Deepak Chahar bowled 5 dots on the very last delivery. KL Rahul pulled him for a 6, and since then things are looking quite different. It's Harbhajan Singh who has been brought back, I guess, so that is surprising. Some faith being shown on Harbhajan Singh by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because he's talking to Harbhajan at the moment.
And there are quite a few people here joined in with us and are also talking about a certain academy which we will not talk about. It's 33.
Because the owner of that academy gets aggressive if we talk about
he gets offended. He gets offended. It's 33 for no loss after 3 overs. Chris Gayle is on 4 of 5. Lokesh Rahul on the other end is on 28 of 13. 2 boundaries and 3 sixes from his end. Strike rate of 215. Deepak Singh supporting Chennai Super Kings, saying come on Harbhajan and come on Deepak Chahar. While there's a misfield this time by Dwayne Bravo, one of the best fielders in the team, and not only has he misfielded that, but that's gone to the boundary line. So KL Rahul has got another 4, some assistance there by Dwayne Bravo, and Harbhajan Singh and MS Dhoni are clearly not impressed over there.
Well, for CSK, the misery continues as KL Rahul is getting another boundary. This one a lucky one, because one of the best fielders on the field, Dwayne Bravo, has fluffed it on the offside for CSK, and that is sad for CSK fans, because you don't expect someone like Dwayne Bravo doing a blunder like this.
And this time it's a short delivery by Harbhajan Singh. Will that go for another 4? It has gone to another 4, and KL Rahul with that boundary will definitely move to 36 now. The scoreboard moves on to 41 of 3.2 overs, and let me remind you, in the previous edition of the IPL, he had scored a 50 or 15 deliveries against the Delhi Daredevils. Back then it was known as Delhi Daredevils, and right now he's on 36 of 15 deliveries. So not as aggressive as that innings which I'm talking about, but definitely effective enough. The strike rate is of 228. It will definitely be more if he continues to do so. Score is 41 for no loss. Rahul is turning on the heat, and he's smashing Harbhajan Singh all over the park right now.
Harbhajan Singh, well, he'll be looking at the youngster and thinking, what have I done to him? Because at the moment, KL Rahul is picking him apart, and it's over the fielder in the on region, and he's picked him for another 4. 3 consecutive boundaries for KL Rahul. Disastrous for Harbhajan Singh as the misery for CSK continue. KL Rahul, I think he's the one who's taking on the charge at the moment, and he'll be the one who will provide some excitement for Kings 11 Punjab fans.
What a shot there by KL Rahul, taking complete advantage of the power play. Just hits it over the mid-on fielder for a 4. Destruction it is at its best. KL Rahul now moves on to 40 of 16 deliveries from 5 with 5 boundaries and 3 sixes. Strike rate of 250. Harbhajan Singh tried to come around the wicket, but he got smashed for a 4. Now he's changed his opinion, and now he's coming back over the wicket, and this time he comes down the drag, and should that be a 6? I think it is. It is a big 6, or another 6 there by KL Rahul. He's taken Harbhajan Singh to the cleaners. He's smashing him all over the park. The veteran, the Turbinator, he doesn't have a place to hide at the moment. It's 51 for no loss in just 3.4 overs, and KL Rahul is just 4 runs away from his 50.
17 deliveries, 46, an absolute carnage for Kings 11 Punjab, and this is what they required. They required a brilliant start, and that have taken their side to a fantastic start. An appeal, a big appeal this time by Harbhajan Singh, but clearly it was going down the leg side, and the DRS, they are taking the DRS at the moment. Are they, Harbhajan Singh and Dhoni and company? They are not. No, they are not taking the DRS, and smart call there by Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Good call there by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because it was pitching outside, and I think the impact was also outside. So a fair call. Yes, it's a good decision taken by Harbhajan Singh, but you can see KL Rahul is not backing down. He went for another slog sweep, and had he connected, that would have been another boundary. Final delivery of the over. KL Rahul, this time it's another good shot. This time it will be his 50. In fact, it's a big 6 over long off. What a shot that by KL Rahul. He's on 52 now of 19 deliveries, and this is the third quickest 50 of this season's IPL. The first quickest is by Hardik Pandya. He scored 50 of 16 deliveries. 17 deliveries. Second quickest was by Rishabh Pant against Mumbai Indians of 18 deliveries, and now it's 50 for KL Rahul of 19 deliveries. Wow, what an innings so far by KL Rahul, and I just have a feeling that there is more to come. 5 boundaries and 5 sixes under his belt, and Chris Gayle on the other end, he's on 4, and the partnership worth 57.
Oh my word, absolute carnage there by KL Rahul.
Absolute carnage, and for the very first time is Chris Gayle, who's on the receiving end, and he's watching fireworks, and he's just taking a feel of how others feel while he's batting.
Well, certainly he's taking the field, but KL Rahul, what form is he in? Fantastic 52 off of just in 19 deliveries, and he has taken the attack back on CSK. 57 up inside only 4 overs, mind you. And at this rate, Kings 11 Punjab would certainly give themselves a chance of qualification.
It's 57 for 0 in 4 overs. This time it's Chris Gayle who just flicks it, and does he take the single? He doesn't. So it's a dot delivery. A dot delivery right now for Chennai is like gold dust. And Deepak Singh is here appreciating our work. Thank you for that, Deepak. DJ Chandra NCS is here as well. Saifuddin Ali is asking where Karthikeya sir is. Well, he's taking a break. He'll be back. Saifuddin, don't worry. And Deepak Singh is trying to motivate his bowlers, but they're just getting smashed all over the park by KL Rahul.
Especially Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan Singh would be looking a corner to hide in at the moment. Harbhajan Singh, he has conceded 41 in 2 overs at an economy of 20.5. So you can just imagine what he must be going through at the moment, Harbhajan Singh. And for Deepak Chahar, brilliant news is that it's not KL Rahul. We hardly get to say this, that they are looking at Chris Gayle for some respite, and KL Rahul is taking on everybody at the moment.
Because it's Chris Gayle who's giving respect to the bowlers, because it's another dot delivery for Deepak Chahar. He back foot cover drive that towards the cover region. No runs taken over there. Chris Gayle must do the sensible thing. If he's not willing to hit the big shots, he should give the strike to KL Rahul, but he's just using up balls. It's either hit out or get out in this equation, but we know it doesn't take long for Chris Gayle to get going. Once he gets that ball in the middle of the bat, then I think the danger signs are there for Chennai Super Kings tonight.
Chennai would be fearing that Chris Gayle doesn't middles the ball at this time, because KL Rahul is absolutely fantastic at the moment. At this stage, Chennai Super Kings were 31 for the loss of 1 wicket, and Kings 11 Punjab are at 57. So a single finally being taken by Chris Gayle, and that too a pressurized one, because he wanted to get off the mark in this over. Deepak Chahar,
KL Rahul is just itching to take single.
Brilliantly by him, and Chris Gayle playing banter with the umpire at the moment. So he is quite having a day at the centre. Chris Gayle, umpire certainly amused, but wants him altogether also.
And if it was a direct hit, I think he would have been a goner. Yes, he's not the best of runners in the cricket field, but I think that would have been a big call over there if he would have been dismissed. And Chris Gayle just having a laugh with the umpire. He's one of those characters who could just do what he wants, and no one would have a problem with that. He's just that kind of a player.
Funny lad, man.
It's a funny lad man from Jamaica, hails from Jamaica. It's 58 for no loss, but right now it's KL Rahul who's playing like a proper Jamaican on the other end, because he scored 52 of just 19 deliveries and he was just itching to take the single, and he did exactly that. Will he be targeting another boundary? This is the penultimate over of the power play. 2 deliveries left by Deepak Chahar, and this time he's hit it over mid-wicket. I think that would be another boundary, would it? Well, good fielding effort there by Kedar Jadhav, so it will be a double. So he isn't stopping his KL Rahul. He moves on to 54 of 20 deliveries. The score is now 60 in just 4.5 overs, and after this delivery, there's another over of power play.
Well, another over of power play is still left, and KL Rahul, for Kings 11 Punjab's sake, they'll be looking up to him to stay at the crease for long, because he is in absolute blistering form. Just 20 deliveries it took to him for getting to 54, and Deepak Chahar, brilliant bowling by him to conclude the over. Only 3 runs on that occasion. And brilliant comeback by Deepak Chahar after Harbhajan Singh was taken to the cleaners by him.
In spite of just coming 3 runs in that over, just look at that score. It's 60 in
5
overs.
5 overs.
In 5 overs now. And Harbhajan Singh, before this match, before his 2 overs, had the best economy in the IPL this season. He just went for 6 per over, but now he's going for 20 per over.
Accelerated at the finest by KL Rahul. Absolutely destructed in the 2 overs. Who do you look up to now? Because Harbhajan Singh is not under contention to bowl another over for Chennai.
Well, I think Imran Tahir has to be brought in soon enough over here. Anup saying that today it's great to see KL Rahul playing the anchor role. Well, he's not playing the anchor role, he's playing the aggressor role.
He's playing the absolute monster role at the moment. He's taking on, it's now Dwayne Bravo who's been brought into attack. And yes, KL is in the World Cup squad, Deepak, and his form is very crucial for the Indian side because of the number 4 slot that we struggle with time and again. Dwayne Bravo, 9 matches, 9 wickets for him this time around. 8.65 the economy. Will he be the one who finally gets the better of KL Rahul?
Well, with the kind of form that KL Rahul is in, I think he'll smash any bowler, and it's important that he stays intact, because Chris Gayle, he's on single digits. He's on 5 right now, just 9 deliveries. The score is 60 with KL Rahul smashing 54 of them. And the fastest IPL versus Chennai Super Kings, if we talk about that, then KL Rahul has broken the record. David Warner held that record in 2015. He scored a 20-ball half a century against Hyderabad in 2015. And now it's KL Rahul who tops the chart when it comes to the quickest 50 scored against CSK's 19-ball 50. So it's Chris Gayle now who takes the strike, and now responsibility has to come under his shoulders as well. He needs to smash the bowler as well, because this is the final over of power play.
Well, he certainly needs to realize that there are responsibility over his shoulders, and he needs to strike the ball like he usually does. He has played enough defensive role. Now he needs boundaries, but a brilliant first delivery by Dwayne Bravo, offside, further dragged down. So Chris Gayle is only able to see that off, and at the moment Dwayne Bravo did a fantastic job to restrict any runs in the very first delivery.
Well, Chris Gayle just left that ball as it went away from the off stump. Dhoni collected it, so no runs over there. And the current run rate is of 11.61, and the required run rate is of 7.48. Well, Punjab must not look at that, because they can easily win this game, but they have to win this within 15 or 14 overs in order to have a say in the playoffs, because it's a tight mid-table. If you look at that, Sunrise Hyderabad have 12 points with a positive net run rate, the best amongst the lot, and Kolkata Knight Riders have a game today as well. If they win, they will have 14 points, but if they lose, they will still remain at 12 points. And if Kings 11 Punjab win with a positive net run rate, a healthy one, then they will have a positive NRR as well. But a single taken this time by Gayle, as he does the sensible thing and gives KL Rahul the strike. So the final 3 deliveries to be bowled at power play, and KL Rahul will definitely be eyeing the boundary.
Well, KL Rahul will certainly be eyeing a boundary, but Chris Gayle, he's struggling at the moment, and that is rare to see with KL Rahul firing from the other end. KL Rahul needs some boundaries now, because CSK, for them, the equation, for Punjab, the equation is that they need to complete the target inside 15 overs. For CSK, they would like to extend that as far as possible and eventually get a win even. But at this rate, Kings 11 Punjab are surely getting a claim over that victory. With KL Rahul and Chris Gayle at the centre, it's the final 3 deliveries of the power play. I think KL Rahul will now go for the boundary here.
And it's a 61 for no loss in 5.3 overs. KL Rahul will be the man facing Dwayne Bravo. and some people think that Bravo will take 11 wickets today. Well, that's not possible. And Deepak Singh is here saying that KL is playing good, which is good news for us as well. And Usha is thinking that Kings 11 Punjab will win this game. Well, they're very much in the driver's seat right now, thanks to that start given by KL Rahul. And this time he's just tucked it away down the leg side region towards the fine leg region, and that's a boundary for KL Rahul. So it's just not all muscle power, it's also deft touches, which has now propelled him to 58 with that shot of just 23 deliveries. The score is 69 for no loss in 5.5 overs.
Fantastic by KL Rahul, just edging it. Poor delivery further down the leg, and it was on the thighs even. So KL Rahul had nothing to do with it. So it will be buys for Kings 11 Punjab, and another welcome boundary for them as the fierce Dwayne Bravo bowls in the 5th delivery. Fantastic fielding effort there by the fielder at mid-off, and that will result in a single. So KL Rahul gives the strike away to Chris Gayle now.
It's a 66 for no loss in 5.5 overs. It will be Chris Gayle who will now have one last delivery to have a go at the final delivery before power play comes to an end. Will he be able to get a boundary for Kings 11 Punjab? That would do them a word of good. It's 66 for no loss in 5.4 overs. Current run rate of 11 per over. Required run rate is well under that. It's on 7. So a good start.
The required rate for qualification is not under.
I think it might be 10.
It's more than that. It's almost now, because for 15 over marker there is and another wide being bowled by Dwayne Bravo. So added runs for Kings 11 Punjab. They would be very welcome of that. So 67. They require now 103 inside say 9 overs, and for that to happen they'll have to score above the rate of 12, almost 12. So positive news is that Imran Tahir is still having his overs, and that is good news. And another wide-ish delivery, another wide, and Imran Tahir should be looking at that and saying, well, why are you giving away extra runs at the moment?
Well, it's a 68. Is it 68 for no loss now? It's a 68 for no loss in 5.5 overs, and it was turning out to be a decent over, but with those two wides, the over has now gone for 8 runs. So another expensive one, this time by Dwayne Bravo, and he needs to bowl a straighter one, does Dwayne Bravo. I know that he's getting intimidated by Chris Gayle. He's trying to get him out by bowling it outside the off stump, but Gayle is being a witty customer, just leaving it. And this time he went for the big shot, but just plays and misses straight to the keeper. It's a dot ball. So 6 overs have come to an end, and the score is 68 for no loss in 6 overs. Perfect power play for the Kings 11 Punjab.
Well, good power play there for Kings 11 Punjab. Not very much so for CSK, because 68 have been conceded. And for Kings 11 Punjab's sake, you think that they would want to chase down the total inside 15 overs to give themselves a positive net run rate. And they are in position to do that. They can do that. But for that to happen, Chris Gayle certainly needs to fire. He is struggling at the moment in the centre. And along with KL Rahul, he needs to score big boundaries and sixes. The strike rate of Lokesh Rahul at the moment is 239.13, while Chris Gayle is sitting at a strike rate of 46. So it is surprising to see that they have certainly a case of role reversal at the moment.
Well, I think the souls have been swapped because KL Rahul is on 55 of 23, Chris Gayle is on 6 of 13. So all sorts of murderous hitting by KL Rahul at the moment. He's on 55, and the over will now be bowled by, I think it would be Deepak Chahar, I think, because he's bowled 3 overs, has given away 18 runs. Dwayne Bravo on the other end has bowled 1 over, and it's Imran Tahir, the South African wrist spinner, who has been introduced by MS Dhoni in a hope of getting a wicket, because he's one of the trump cards for the Chennai Super Kings.
Well, he is brought into attack, and a single has been taken of the very first delivery, and now Chris Gayle is brought back into the strike. Chris Gayle, he's struggling at the moment. He is only on 6 in 13 deliveries, and with a strike rate of 46, that is rather insignificant at the moment for Kings 11 Punjab, because when Chris Gayle gets going, it will be very difficult. And another dot by Imran Tahir. These dot balls would come back later to haunt Kings 11 Punjab, and at the moment Imran Tahir, he's bowled 2 brilliant deliveries, a single of the very first and now a dot. Chris Gayle on the pad, and will that be given out? A huge appeal, but it was going rather away from the off stump. I guess that was the reason that it wasn't given out on that occasion. Imran Tahir, brilliant deliveries, but Chris Gayle is not able to middle the ball at the moment. And Kings XI Punjab, they must be worried for Chris Gayle.
Well, that ball was there to be hit by Chris Gayle, but he's just looking out of sorts, and this is not the time to be looking out of sorts. But finally, he gets his first boundary, and it wasn't a convincing shot by Chris Gayle. So the first boundary is for Chris Gayle. There was a healthy edge over there, and he's hit 2 boundaries in fact. So the second boundary for Chris Gayle, which is quite I think new for me, because he's on 10 of 16 deliveries, 2 fours under his belt, strike rate of just 62. KL Rahul on the other end is breathing fire with the bat. He's on 56 of 24. The score right now for Kings XI Punjab is 73 of 6.4. And if it was a normal T20 game in which there was absolutely no requirement of the net run rate being at a high, I think Kings XI Punjab would have walked this game, because they just need 98 of 80 deliveries right now with 10 wickets in hand.
Well, they certainly are giving themselves a chance, but they need to start striking, especially Chris Gayle, and he's heard our calls, I guess, because a 6 of the 5th delivery of Imran Tahir, straight down the ground over the head of the bowler, over long off, and fantastic from Chris Gayle. He now finally gets some boundaries under his belt.
A beautiful shot by Chris Gayle. In fact, a power-packed shot by Chris Gayle. Is this the beginning of the Gayle storm? We'll have to wait and watch. Imran Tahir now being put under pressure. 79 for no loss with that big 6 in 6.5 overs. And Chris Gayle now moves to 16 of 17 deliveries. Rahul on the other end is on 56 of 24. Final delivery to be bowled by Imran Tahir. Deepak Singh is here with us. Ravi Pooja, Ajay Kumar, Deepak Singh, Tenzing Sugrab saying that KL Rahul back in form is good news for Team India in the World Cup. But KL Rahul, in fact Chris Gayle now getting back to his best, because he struck a second 6. Back-to-back 6s, back-to-back boundaries for Chris Gayle, and it's 85 for no loss in 7 overs. And all what's that done is Chennai Super Kings are in all sorts of trouble because a strategic timeout has now been inflicted. I think that might now break the momentum of the 2 batsmen. Rahul is on 56 of 24 deliveries, third fastest 50 in the IPL. Chris Gayle is on 22 of 18 and 2 boundaries, 2 sixes under his belt. 85 for no loss, 86 now runs required for Punjab in just 78 deliveries. They are definitely on course of an emphatic win. We will be taking a short break, and we will be back within just a while because the strategic timeout has been taken. Till then, keep listening to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
And welcome back to the live chit-chat session at Sports Flashes. I am Paritosh Joshi. There's a slight change in the box with Karthike Sinha joining me in place of Wali. And what are we witnessing here, Karthike? An absolute carnage by Lokesh Rahul and Chris Gayle.
Carnage, that's the word. Carnage by KL Rahul and Chris Gayle joining the party as well. At a point in time, not very long ago, he was batting at a strike rate of 60 odd, was Chris Gayle. Now he's at a strike rate of 122. Is Chris Gayle. In fact, lower than 60.
In fact, lower than 50. He was at around 46. So this is a definite change, a welcome change for Kings 11 Punjab. Fantastic batting by KL Rahul. He's certainly taking on the bowlers to the cleaners at the moment. And a single of the very first delivery. So Chris Gayle is now back on strike. And at one point, CSK bowlers were looking at Chris Gayle for some respite. Now he's also firing in. So who do they look up to now? They need a wicket here.
Absolutely, they need a wicket. They need to break this partnership. 86 for none in 7.1 overs. And I think the equation was that if they do it in about 15 odd overs, they will get above Sunrisers Hyderabad as far as the net run rate is concerned, get up to fourth.
I don't exactly remember the mathematics, but it was under 15. So
under 15, right?
We'll get to know that as the match proceeds. And at the moment, they are very well on the course to even chase it down under 15 at the moment. And for CSK, they would look to stop this carnage, because if CSK lose heavily, they can even move down to third place if Mumbai win on the night. So that is bad news for CSK fans.
Absolutely, but well, what are we witnessing at the IS Bindra Stadium? 5 sixes and 5 fours for KL Rahul. He scored 50 runs in just 10 deliveries, and apart from that, he's got total of 57 in 25 deliveries. Chris Gayle is on 23 as now Gayle works one away towards the cover region, picks up a single. Does Chris Gayle. He's now on 23 with that single. And what a partnership, what a start to this run chase we are witnessing at the moment. And well, all of you tuning into our YouTube channel, Sachi, and I'm sure you must not be very happy with how things have gone. And Deepak Singh says KL is good, but Dhoni always great. Ajay Kumar, Deepak Singh, Deepak Sharma, very warm welcome to all of you. Gayle Storm is back with the bang, says Tenzin Sugrab. Netra Pandey also tuning in along with Manoj Kumar, and now Chris is now worked one away towards widest long on as KL Rahul. He'll pick up a single as well. The required run rate is under 7 now. It's 6.73. And, I'm sure if a wicket goes down here, then what will be the equation, how it will change quickly, we'll have to wait and watch. But this opening stand is certainly set to the IS Bindra Stadium alight at Mohali venue, which is very close to an Air Force base, and that's why the lights are not those the usual 4 big towers you see, but there are about 22 odd small towers around the stands, obviously for ample lighting, and they can't be as high with the airbase around us. Now Gayle dabs one away towards covers and pick up a single.
So 89 on board after 7.5 overs. A great over by Bravo. He bowled one over in which he gave away just 3 runs, and this time around only 5. So fantastic by Dwayne Bravo, as only 8 runs are being given away by him in 1.5 overs. KL Rahul now on 58 off of just 27, and Chris Gayle, he's also joined the party, but for them they need boundaries here. Singles and doubles won't do any harm to Sunrise Hyderabad, who would be waiting cautiously for anyone to get out, because at this rate their run rate would certainly pip even Sunrise Hyderabad's. And it's KL Rahul who just will get a single of the last delivery. So 90 upon board after 8 overs.
It's Chris Gayle and KL Rahul at the centre for Kings 11 Punjab.
Finally some respite, a good over that. Only 5 runs coming in that over from Bravo. He's now bowled 2 overs, 9 for none. Figures for him, while Imran Tahir, the man who put in a dive at the fine leg region of the final delivery to save a boundary and keep it down to 1, was taken to the cleaners by Chris Gayle. 17 runs coming in that over of Imran Tahir. Now where will a wicket come from? I have a feeling it's only a matter of a wicket. If a wicket comes here, then certainly the equation could change very, very easily and very quickly for Kings and Punjab. But who will deliver that wicket? Because all the bowlers have been made redundant here by the simple fact. In fact, yes, the equation coming in is that if Punjab win in 14.2 overs, Delhi would go to the top further, and if Mumbai win tonight, CSK will be pushed to 3rd position. So that's what we want. Come on, Punjab.
That's what Delhi Capitals want, because they certainly don't want to face Chennai in Chennai for the qualifier one. And even the statistics say that in Chennai, beating Chennai is a difficult task out for anyone. Chris Gayle now playing the funny part. Deepak Chahar, he certainly did get the joke and tried grabbing the leg of Chris Gayle. He's having fun in the centre right now, as he is the one who's just watching KL Rahul strike massive boundaries and sixes at the moment. He is also getting into the party and getting into the middle of Deepak Chahar and the ball.
Well, there was a straight drive by KL Rahul, hit the stumps at the non-striker's end, and Chris Gayle was just,
being
himself.
Chris Gayle.
being Chris Gayle, just, loathing around the ball, and then Deepak Chahar joining the fun as he grabs his leg. Now a ball driven down towards long on by KL Rahul will give him a single. He's on 60 of 30 deliveries is KL Rahul. Terrific knock by him. And Deepak Chahar, I think he's been one of the very few rare good bowlers for CSK this game. 19 runs is what he's given away in the 13.2 overs that he's bowled. Very rare, because otherwise the class act of Imran Tahir being taken to the cleaners. Mayank Agarwal, Nicholas Pooran, Mandeep Singh all to come in next, and Nicholas Pooran can tong the ball a fair few yards. So can Mayank Agarwal. So it's set up very nicely for Kings 11 Punjab. They need 80 to win of 70 deliveries. Win is not the equation and not the need of the hour for Punjab. They need to win in 14.2 overs for that net run rate to work in their favour. A slow delivery outside the off and left alone by Chris Gayle.
Well, left alone this time, but Deepak Chahar, he's bowling a brilliant over at the moment. He has not given away boundary, and that's rare in this innings. KL Rahul has certainly taken on every bowler at the moment. And you can see from the field setting, they are looking for Chris Gayle and KL Rahul to make a mistake. Many fielders being on the leg side of Chris Gayle this time, as he also plays sensibly, only a single this time, and KL Rahul is not now brought back into the strike.
Single there, and now the score moves up to 92 for the loss of none at the moment. And what a start. Chennai Super Kings have been taken by surprise here with this opening partnership between the two, and just the way things have started here. Punjab have put themselves in the driver's seat to go on and win the game, but just a win will not be enough for them. We all know they need to win by a massive margin as far as number of deliveries remaining is concerned, so that they can move up as the points table. If Kings 11 Punjab score 171 in 14.2 overs, we'll get back to that. Pulled away, boundary for KL Rahul.
Boundary for KL Rahul, and it's 96 up on board. No bowler is taking rest at the moment. As for our football fans, we'll like to tell you that in the EPL fixture between Manchester United and Huddersfield,
United are 1-0 up.
It's Scott McTominay who has scored the goal for Manchester United. Coming back to the game now, Punjab, they are not looking to slow down just altogether now. KL Rahul this time taking the attack back on Deepak Chahar after a good few deliveries, and he's the one who'll get the boundary. KL Rahul, what form he's going through, and he is now second in running for the orange cap. He's getting closer to the 692 total of David Warner.
Well, what an IPL this has been, and on that occasion as well, outrageous with utter disdain, just walking down the track and slapping the ball through towards mid-wicket. And now another boundary here through towards long off, and that will be a boundary to end the over. And with that, it's 100 up on the board, 9 overs gone, 100 for no loss.
Fantastic shot by KL Rahul, just driving down again and going down the pitch,
picking up the ball and smashing it over long off. Fantastic shot, and it can even turn out to be a 6. We'll have to wait and see. No, it's a 4, just before the boundary. So another boundary coming in this over for KL Rahul. He is looking an absolute disastrous form and absolutely ridiculizing every bowler in the centre for CSK. His innings continue, and Chris Gayle, we are very sorry to inform you, you are just a watcher at the moment.
Absolutely, Chris Gayle happy to play second fiddle right now, and Bravo starts a fresh over with a wide. Another one added to the total. It's a 101 now for no loss after 9 overs, and KL Rahul got 55 runs in the power play in the first 6 overs, and that's the most by any player this season. The previous best was 52 by David Warner, who got 52 against Rajasthan Royals and a 50 against Chennai Super Kings, both of them at Hyderabad. But here he's got 55, and what clean hitting as well. He has just said, standing behind us, and now Gayle tries one towards backward point. Deepak Chahar there, and I think Chris Gayle should just pick up a single.
Well, he's looking for singles at the moment. He's not going for the boundary because he knows KL Rahul is absolutely ridiculizing every bowler at the moment. 68 now up for KL Rahul in 32 deliveries, a strike rate of over 200. And Chris Gayle, he's struggling to get some groove. And for Kings 11 Punjab's sake, it's a very, very misfortunate that it's KL Rahul who's doing the damage and not Chris Gayle, because if he also gets going, CSK would be in utter shock.
Absolutely, and good for us for the World Cup, says Deepak Singh, with KL Rahul back in form. 102 for no loss, and now Chris Gayle, I think obviously doing the right thing, just picking up a single and getting, who would have thought, Gayle picking up a single and giving the more dangerous KL Rahul the strike. Never thought that would happen, but yes, that is happening. 69 needed of 64 deliveries to win.
Souls changed between the two.
Yes, the souls have changed. They touched that ball in Space Jam, and once Gale's become KL and KL has become Gayle. Well. And everyone at the PCA Stadium, all the Kings 11 Punjab supporters are happy, dancing. I love that smile on Preeti Zinta's face. And absolutely love that dimple as well. We'll get back to that later as KL Rahul now works one away towards deep mid-wicket. And Raidu there at the boundary door will be a single. Laugh and smiling is all Kings 11 Punjab supporters and players and fans. Even the Punjab police is there and smiling. You don't see that very often, do you?
Well, you don't see that, but you don't see a happy camp while the team is looking like it will go out of the tournament. But they still have some deliveries left. They have at least almost 5 overs to complete the chase. That will give them a certain cushion. 14.2 is that mark, which is very crucial for CSK. And another wide by Dwayne Bravo. He's certainly under pressure when Chris Gayle is at the striking end. He's bowling consecutive wides to Chris Gayle, and that is not good for CSK because they are giving away extra runs at the moment. 9 the amount of extra runs given away in this innings.
Well, what he's trying to do is possibly trying to stay away from the batsman, because every time it's close to the batsman there's been clobbered away. And Anish Kafle, if Punjab chase down the total in 14.2 overs, then what happens to KKR? Well, they'll have to still beat Mumbai Indians, and then also with their net run rate will also come into effect. So we can't comment on what happens then, because
they have to win.
If they win, then they move on to 14 points. So KKR
yes,
still, they will have to win. That's for sure.
But it's at the Wankhede, so that's
another
something.
Yeah.
That's something they should be in fear about, because Wankhede hasn't been a happy hunting ground for KKR. And Chris Gayle, he's looking a little miserable in the centre. Dwayne Bravo getting the better of Chris Gayle this time, and he's constantly looking at that off cordon, getting Chris Gayle to edge the ball to MS Dhoni. He's also standing on an offish line. He knows that Dwayne Bravo is looking at that, so a single this time for him on the penultimate delivery of the over, and it's KL Rahul who will be facing the last delivery against Dwayne Bravo.
So 5 of this over, another good over by Dwayne Bravo, and thread coming out at different ends. One, the seam of the ball has come out, and now you can see in the previous shot that Chris Gayle's bat, the toe end of the bat has that band, and that also had a little thread coming out. Well, I think just the way that KL Rahul has clobbered the ball all around, I'm not surprised that the threads come out of the ball, that's for sure. And Anish Kafle supporting Kolkata Knight Riders for the game later on, and says KKR will win for sure. What are the possibilities to reach for Delhi Capitals? I was asking Dhanveer Lama. Well, if 14.2 overs If that's when Kings 11 Punjab chase down the target, Delhi will get to number 1, Mumbai will be 2 and Chennai will be 3.
No, Chennai would be 2, and if Mumbai beat Kolkata on the night, they'll be number 1 then. Then Chennai will be 3rd. For Chennai to get out of condition of the qualifier, Mumbai needs to beat KKR. So for Delhi's sake, they would be supporting Mumbai.
Please, come on, Mumbai, you can do it. You can do it, Mumbai. You know. Anyway, it's a single there to end the over. 10 overs gone, 106 for no loss. A good over that again. 6, just 6. In fact, 7 off it. Wonderful over by Dwayne Bravo.
Another interesting thing is that only if Punjab are able to beat CSK inside 14.2 overs and then MI beat KKR. If Punjab are not able to beat CSK inside 14.2 overs, then you need to support KKR.
Then we need to support KKR, yeah.
Because if Mumbai win, then you guys come to 3rd place and Mumbai moves on to 2nd. So mathematics is quite over the top in this series.
Delhi Capitals, me as a fan, Wali as a fan, who are we supporting, we'll get to know after the end of the game. So far,
you'll get to know after 14.2 overs.
After 14.2 overs, yes, after 14.2 overs, we'll know which side we will be on in the second contest of the night when Mumbai Indians play host to Kolkata Knight Riders. But at Mohali, it's carnage and it's the home team.
Harbhajan Singh is brought back into the attack.
Oh, Bajji is back. Bajji is back.
And it's KL Rahul.
2 overs
on
41.
strike.
2 overs and 41 for Harbhajan Singh. KL Rahul drives the first delivery towards long off and picks up a single, I think.
Showing some respect after all this.
After all that.
So KL Rahul, he's had quite some problems with the off spinners, but this time he's not having any problems with Harbhajan Singh. At the moment, he's picking him apart, and this is one of the most economic IPL seasons of Harbhajan Singh, and he's been picked apart, absolutely ridiculed inside Mohali. Harbhajan Singh.
And talking about KL Rahul against spinners, he's faced 9 deliveries today against the spinners, and 7 of them have crossed the fence. Boundaries or sixes, only 2 have not been boundaries. As now Gale works one away towards deep mid wicket and picks up a single. What is Chris Gale doing? Is that even Chris Gale, or is that someone in a Gale mask batting there? But just the way he's batting and walking, I think that is Gale. You know, not walking half the pitch and then runs like jogs for half the wicket and then walks.
He's doing his cardio at the pitch at the moment.
He jogs half the wicket and then like an anaconda, very slowly moves towards the non-strikers end. Well, that's Chris Gale for you, universe boss. And now Bajji, 3rd delivery down the track, it's in the air. Well, Harbhajan Singh, will you get his man? Yes, he does. Take her net covers and Harbhajan Singh strikes. It's KL Rahul who's gone.
Finally, he has the last laugh. KL Rahul is back into the heart. 71 of 36. A brilliant innings from KL Rahul comes to an end. 108 for 1. Now Kings 11 Punjab, the initial breakthrough is there for CSK. And KL Rahul, he's unhappy with himself. He should be. He didn't need to go that much deep down the track. He danced down but edged it. And it is safely into the hands of Imran Tahir for KL Rahul. He is walking back, and Imran Tahir was he just wanted that to hold on to that ball because he knew how crucial the wicket is for CSK.
Absolutely, but what a knock by KL Rahul. He set this up very well for Kings 11 Punjab, and they can now go on and obviously win the game, but win it in 14.2 overs. That will be the question here, which looks very, very difficult right now. Gone for 71 of 36 deliveries is KL Rahul. It's 108 for 1. What an opening stand for Kings 11 Punjab, chasing 171 to win. 108 on the board already, but the equation for Kings 11 Punjab is simple. 14.2 overs is the target under which they have to chase down for them to move into the top 4. And then Deepak says CSK will win this game. KKR will beat Mumbai in the next match, says Tenzing. Tenzing, of course, you are supporting Kolkata Knight Riders, and another wicket. Harbhajan Singh strikes twice. It's Chris Gale gone.
And Chris Gale, his misery at the pitch ends, and he's also back into the hut now. And Harbhajan Singh, he's having a laugh at the moment after the beating he got off KL Rahul. He's had the final laugh from the openers, and both openers are removed on consecutive deliveries. We have seen this quite often in the IPL. As soon as the partnership breaks, the other player just loses his cool and also walks back into the hut.
Well, to be honest, that wasn't a wicket-taking delivery. Harbhajan Singh, that's why he was laughing. He's saying that should have been into the stands. A half-tracker, a short, very short delivery from Harbhajan Singh. Gale pulled it straight down the throat of Shori, who was fielding at long on. And then that's wicket number 2 down. 2 and 2 for Harbhajan Singh.
So Harbhajan Singh is the man who gets the strike of KL Rahul and Chris Gayle. With this, CSK must back themselves to get at least cross that 14.2 mark now, and that'd be certain respite for CSK fans. Even if they lose, they will certainly be under qualifier 1. So DC fans, you need to support KKR on the night and face CSK in Chennai.
KKR.
You need to face CSK in Chennai with that.
That is a nightmare, to be honest, to face Chennai Super Kings in Chennai, a fortress. But well, we'll hopefully.
Only Mumbai Indians were able to defeat Chennai in Chennai, and it has been since 2012. So quite contradictory for everyone. As a fan, Delhi Capitals would want to face the qualifier 1, but it's Mayank Agarwal and Nicholas Puran. Mayank Agarwal taking on Harbhajan Singh on the very first delivery of 4 as he goes for the square leg boundary and gets it. Another 4 for Punjab, and is there still a chance for Kings 11 Punjab?
I think Mayank Agarwal has come out, and this is the way he's walking around after that boundary. It's very clear that he has that 14.2 mark in his head. And straight away a boundary here. Hasina Akhtar also tuning in. A very warm welcome. Another short delivery by Mayank, again pulled away, but this time Jadeja will cut it off, and by the time the throw comes in, a single there for Mayank Agarwal. He moves up to 5. 11 overs gone, 113 for the loss of 2 wickets.
3.2 overs, 58 runs required.
20 deliveries
still gettable.
And 58 required.
Still gettable.
Well. What a game we've had here at the IS Bindra Stadium. We got Bridhi Chandra Dakar also with us, Hasina Akhtar, Deepak Singh, and Chotulal Saini says hi, hello sir, how are you? And Anish Kafle, very happy with those 2 wickets going down.
Well, coming to the batting lineup of Punjab, they certainly have some batsmen in their lineup with Nicholas Puran.
Nicholas Puran can
yes, he can knock a 2 because he is the West Indian. And we all know how good West Indians play in the IPL. Nicholas Puran is there. After that comes Mandeep Singh and Sam Curran. He is also a good batsman. He was on form in the previous game, so he'll be looking to get a chance and smack one around for Punjab. So they certainly have the batsmen in their side. Will they go after the bowlers in the 3.2 overs? We'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely, but Lokesh Rahul and Chris Gayle, after doing the damage, are back in the hut. 71 for KL Rahul, 28 of 28 for Chris Gayle. A very subdued innings by the big Jamaican. And now Imran Tahir back into the attack after conceding 17 in his first over. And now Mayank dabs that away towards sweeper cover, picks up 1, and that's all he will get. Nicholas Puran now on strike. This will be interesting because Nicholas Puran in the previous games as well, we've seen has clobbered the ball very well, and Chris Gayle will be very disappointed just the way he got out. A short delivery, half tracker, he could have pulled it anywhere. He could have pulled it in sector 17 market in Chandigarh, but failed to even clear the stadium, and it stayed inside the boundary rope, and Shori completing that catch, Dhruv Shori that is. And now Puran on strike for Imran Tahir is the next delivery, dubs one away towards mid wicket, and it will be a dot delivery.
Dhruv Shori, the interesting thing about him is that he has gained all his fame because of the fielding he has done for CSK.
Well, that's all, that's all you get without that amount of money. Now cracked away towards point, and well fielded by Ambati Raidu at the sweeper cover fence. Single there for Nicholas Puran. He opens his account, moves up to 1. It's 115 for 2. And how much money do you pay Dhruv Shori? The amount you pay is what you get. So, he's only going to field.
He's not giving away his batting and bowling prowess. He's saying, I'll only field for you guys with the amount of money I'm getting. Yes. Next season, we'll see when the new contract ends. And for Imran Tahir, another dot as Mayank Agarwal. He's looking a little unconfident with the bowling of Imran Tahir. Imran Tahir now closing in on the total of 25 wickets of Kagiso Rabada. He's on 21 wickets, so 4 wickets is what he requires to certainly come in equality of the amount of wickets for Kagiso Rabada and the purple cap. For Kings 11 Punjab, they are certainly slowing down at the moment. Nicholas Puran, he has been good. His strike rate is of 152.9 with 133 runs, so he'd be looking to get some runs under his belt in this game and get Kings 11 Punjab across the line. But it's Imran Tahir who is bowling brilliantly, concludes a brilliant over, a single on the last delivery. 12 overs now done, 117 on board,
and only 2.2 required. 2.2 overs now left for the target to be chased under, so that Kings XI Punjab certainly gain an edge over Sunrise Hyderabad on the table.
So 2.2 overs and 54 to get to move into the top 4 for Kings XI Punjab. But overall, they need 54 and 48 deliveries to win the contest. A very, very good over that from Imran Tahir. Just 4 singles off it. Doing a terrific job there is Imran Tahir, after being, shouldn't be saying that word, but after being murdered in the first over. 17 runs, clobbered all around the park. Chris Gayle getting stuck into him, but then he's back with Gayle and KL Rahul both back in the hut. It's time for for Chennai Super Kings to go on and tighten the grip in this contest. 2 kings against each other, Chennai Super Kings and Kings XI Punjab, and it's Harbhajan Singh. The Singh is king. Bowling his next over, put down the ground, and only a single there for Nicholas Pooran. Harbhajan Singh almost a 50 up for Bajji. 49 for 2, his figures.
Well, he is the one who took the wickets, so you can't really blame him. After all the beating that he got in the initial 2 overs, he was the one who removed KL Rahul and Chris Gayle in this 3rd over, and now he's back for the final over. Mayank Agarwal is now on strike, and he'll be looking to get some runs against Harbhajan Singh. And for Kings XI Punjab's sake, they would want to get at least 15 runs in this over, because the overs are certainly coming short now. And Mayank Agarwal, he's given away a simple catch to Jadeja, and it's Harbhajan Singh who gets another wicket. So after all the beating that he has got, he's getting the wickets for CSK.
While the boy from Punjab is hurting Kings XI Punjab in Mohali. Another poor delivery from Harbhajan Singh, short down the leg side, and it's pulled away by Mayank Agarwal straight down the throat of Ravindra Jadeja at deep backward square leg. And I think after the palm, the ball hit the chest as well of Jaddu, but gets a high five and a hug from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Does Harbhajan Singh. So gone for 7 of 6 deliveries as Mayank Agarwal. Bajji picks up his 3rd wicket. Still 1 short of his half century though is Harbhajan Singh.
Still 1 short of his half century in the bowling figures. Most expensive he's been in this season's IPL for CSK, and still getting 3 wickets. So you can't really point fingers at him at the moment. He's been the man to go to for Dhoni, and he has proven why so much faith has been shown by the captain. Even after getting clobbered all around the field, he still gets back and picks wicket in the rest of the 2 overs.
I think, initially in the power play, when the fielders were in the 30-yard circle, only 2 were allowed outside. That's when he was taken apart. But since the field has spread now, with 4-5 fielders patrolling the boundary rope, that's when he's become a lot more lethal as Harbhajan Singh. And first it was KL Rahul, then Gayle, and now Mayank Agarwal. 3 wickets down, and all 3 picked up by the Terminator himself. 3.2 overs bowled by Bajji. 49 runs given away, but 3 very important and valuable wickets as he comes in now to bowl to the new man Mandeep Singh, who dabs one down the ground towards long on, and he'll pick up a single. Will Mandeep open his account straight away? 119 for 3 Kings XI Punjab. Now I'm thinking, are they even going to win it?
Well, 3 wickets, 3 quick wickets for CSK, and now they are certainly back into the contention of winning this game. And here, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he should be delighted at the moment. His side are currently looking at a win if they get one or 2 more wickets here, because the batting is being depleted at the moment by Terminator Harbhajan Singh.
50 up for Bajji with that single from Mandeep Singh. 50 for 3 is the figures for Harbhajan Singh. He's picked up all 3 wickets. 52 required of 44 deliveries as Bajji bowls one way outside off. That'll be called wide. It's 120 now for the loss of 6 wickets. Sam Curran should come next, says Astute Survivor. Hello, Satyam, how are you, brother? As now we got Technical Ajay saying CSK will lose the match. Sharif Ahmed saying also Chennai will lose, as Nicholas Pooran cuts another one straight to Jadeja's backward point. You don't want to take a single. You don't want to take a chance against Ravindra Jadeja. That's for sure. Come on, CSK, says Deepak Singh. As we've got all of you, half of you, most of you supporting CSK, and then the other half supporting Kings 11 Punjab. Shot, Nicholas Puran pulls it. Has he got? Of course, he's got enough.
He's almost out of the stadium, further down into the stands. 6 for Kings 11 Punjab and Nicholas Puran as the chase continues. There's still life left in this game, and Kings 11 Punjab, they are moving towards an emphatic win here at Mohali over CSK.
Absolutely, 126 for 3 after 13 overs. Kings 11 Punjab, another 45 needed to win the game and to qualify for, in fact, to make it into the top 4. They need 45 in 8 deliveries.
I think the equation for Kings 11 Punjab to get into the top 4 and for CSK to get out of the top 2 is different. For CSK it's 14.2 overs, and I think for Kings 11 Punjab to get on the top 4 they need to win it inside 15. So there's still
2 overs. Still 2 overs.
Still life left for Kings 11 Punjab.
So basically they need 45 runs in 12 deliveries if they have to make it to the top 4 for now, and then to win the game obviously they need 45 in 42 deliveries. 13 gone. It's 126 for 3 at the moment are Kings 11 Punjab.
I think they'll go ham till 15th over, and if they don't get it till then, they'll just take it easy from there on.
Well, I think that should be the approach. Try and at least make a game out of it. Try and give yourself a chance to qualify for the playoffs. And this over will give us a fair bit of idea what will happen. Will they qualify? Or in fact, will they even make it to the top 4? Will Kings 11 Punjab?
And that only gives them contention for the playoff spot, because the final game of the league stage, that is Mumbai against KKR at Wankhede, that'll provide a better picture for how the top 4 now image out. And for KKR, you would be hoping that MI don't play well on the night, and a weird delivery there by Dwayne Bravo, completely baffling the batsman on that occasion. The first delivery is nudged for a single by Nicholas Puran as Mandeep Singh as Nicholas Puran gets on strike.
Slower delivery there from Bravo. It was more of a spinning loopy delivery, and then that was taken as well in the crowd. That 6 from Nicholas Puran, and the man who took the catch ran away like Imran Tahir has just picked up a wicket, or he scored the goal in the World Cup final. He was just unstoppable. Ran down the stairs, then ran up the stairs. He's not going to even listen to Punjab Police. Well. What madness was that? Last 19 deliveries, 21 runs scored. But Harbhajan Singh, it's been a tale of 2 spells. First 2 overs, 41 runs. Next 2 overs, 16 runs and 3 wickets. 316. Got the Stone Cold Steve Austin inside him alive. Did Harbhajan Singh. And it's 127 now for 3. Nicholas Puran up against his West Indian counterpart as he drives one through towards the widest long off region. They'll pick up 1. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they're taking on Sir Ravindra Jadeja, and they pick up 2. Oh, they'll get 3. Yeah, it's an overthrow as well. That's poor from Chennai Super Kings.
They'll
pick up the 4th as well. Kedar Jadhav has done himself some damage. He puts in a dive, and I think it's his left shoulder that he has hurt there. That's not good news for India coming into the World Cup.
Well, Kedar Jadhav, while putting in a dive, he has certainly hurt his shoulder, and he didn't need to do that. They need him for the playoffs, the Chennai Super Kings, and India needs him in the World Cup. So there should be some precaution taken by the fielders as well, who are going to play for the World Cup, because you don't get chances like these to play for India and to represent your national side for the World Cup. Kedar Jadhav is in some pain at the moment.
We've already seen a couple of shoulder injuries this season. Remember, Alzari Joseph gone
Indians,
back for Mumbai Indians. Dale Steyn came in for RCB, left with an inflamed shoulder as well. So, and now Kedar Jadhav walking with the physio. Dhoni looking a bit worried now, and I think more than Dhoni it should be Kohli who should be a little bit more worried. Why am I even laughing? This is not funny. He's an Indian cricketer for the World Cup. So, hopefully it's just a little strain. It'll be fine. 131 for 3, 4 runs of that delivery.
Will we see a late drama here in this game? Because when Mumbai Indians chased down a total of 196, I guess, against Rajasthan Royals at Wankhede, there was a no ball being bowled, and the last delivery required Mumbai Indians to score a 6. So that changed the game altogether. But this time, another good delivery by Bravo and dropped by
Sir
Ravindra Jadeja.
Would you believe it? He's dropped a catch. It was hit very well by the left-handed Nicholas Puran, sliced, and he should have taken it.
Murli Vijay.
It was Murli Vijay. What am I saying? How can Jadeja drop a catch? And Bravo was like, oh!
Bravo couldn't believe his eyes. He was like, it was straight to you. Why did you drop that? But it is dropped, and now the stands for this partnership continue, and It's 13.3 overs done, 131 on board, and another drive down by Nicholas Pooran towards the boundary, and he'll get a 4 this time. Beats the field on that occasion, and 4 more for CSK. Their total is now at 135 for 3. They're surely winning it from here, but how fast are they getting there? That is the question.
That's the question. They need, well, from here on, the score with that boundary has moved up to 135. They need 36 in 8 deliveries to make it to the top 4, and then 36 and 38 to win the contest. What a beautiful drive, and that's why you put Dhruv Shori as a substitute fielder, not Murli Vijay. Because Shori completes his catches, Vijay drops them. And what's he even doing at backward point? Murli Vijay is not even a decent fielder. Now driven away through towards the sweeper cover region by Pooran again. It will be a single. Will they come back for the second? Well, they thought about it, but then Ambati Raidu getting in a good throw.
He's also only a one. He's a decent fielder. He's saved a certain boundary for them, and these are the kind of saves that come to rescue you when it comes down to the wire. Because as we know, this game is looking quite the opposite of what CSK must be walking into it, and for the lucky CSK, they have played brilliantly in the previous games, and that certainly gives them a cushion in this game, because a defeat like this can certainly change the points table heavily in IPL, because this IPL season is rather tumultuous, and again drived by batsmen, and it's a collision between Dwayne Bravo and Nicholas Pooran, both West Indians colliding into each other as Nicholas Pooran completed a run and Dwayne Bravo was looking away.
The best part was Suresh Raina in the background was smiling. There's a collision, Suresh. What are you doing? Couple of runs there to end the over. With that 14 overs are gone, it's 138 for the loss of 3 wickets. Now 33 needed of the 6 deliveries to qualify or make it to the top 4. And then obviously to win, 33 needed of 36 deliveries. And that opening stand has certainly, put this on a plate for Kings 11 Punjab.
Well, even if they don't win it inside 15 or something like that, they'll still get a huge boost in their net run rate, and that can certainly better their position, get them over Royal Challengers Bangalore, and that is positive news. They won't be ending this IPL at the last spot.
Well, that's something that they'll have to see, because Delhi, as a Delhi fan, we're used to that. We made that spot our own, the bottom spot in the table. But this season, the good thing is that they've qualified of Delhi Capitals. Chennai have also qualified. Mumbai is also qualified. Now, who finishes first, second, third or fourth, that will be decided by the end of the day today.
Well, that will be decided by the end of the day, and KKR would be hoping that someone like Nicholas Pooran and Mandeep Singh doesn't go berserk in this over, and they'll be hoping that they still remain in the 4th spot for the final game when Mumbai and KKR take head on. But it's Nicholas Pooran who's taking the bowler Jadeja on, and a 6 of the very first delivery. Still life left in this game, and Nicholas Pooran is looking like he'll win it here for Kings 11 Punjab in this over itself.
Tournament 6, number 109 for Kings 11 Punjab in the slot with the turn and a slog heave over deep square leg. Jadeja was looking to find the ball. Where did it go? 84 meters long, that from Nicholas Pooran. What a strike. 144 for 3 is now goes for the edge, inside edge.
It's done for CSK. They are certainly remaining in the top 2 after this game. So 14.2 mark done. Kings 11 Punjab, for them, Nicholas Pooran. And you have to commend the fielding placements by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He knows exactly the positions where Nicholas Pooran would go. He knew that he wouldn't go for the big heave again. And Harbhajan Singh right towards the fielder this time. Nicholas Pooran again goes down the ground and get a 4 heel off the delivery of Ravindra Jadeja. So 28 up for Nicholas Pooran inside 15 deliveries. They are looking to get home quicker than expected.
We got Divyesh Shiora saying CSK will win. Netra Pandey says today Gale making problem for Punjab. Bhaji bowling, the first 2 overs was like English commentary, out of the boundary in bowling, out of the world in commentary. Well, there's a lot to digest in one line. Still survivor. We got Govind Raju Graj also with us as now. Kongu Sekhar says win by CSK. CSK is king. Shamji Devraj also
they're not
tuning
looking
in
for a win here. 22
doesn't
required,
look like
22 now required out of 31 deliveries. So they are easily home at the moment. It's only a when the question.
That's the point. That's the point for Kings 11 Punjab. When will they win this game? They need to do it as quickly as they can to get that net run rate in their favour, a bit at least. As far as the field is concerned, third man, fine leg, mid wicket and extra cover, all 4 men inside the 30-yard circle. 149 for 3 at the moment are Kings 11 Punjab. 22 more needed from here on. As Jadeja bowls the short delivery, Mandeep pulls it away through towards deep square leg. Fielder there, Murli Vijay this time collects it, gets a throw in. That's a weak throw. My grandma could throw faster than that. A couple of runs there brings up the 150 on the board. 15 overs gone. 151 for 3.
And with that, Kings 11 Punjab edge closer towards the total. It's now only a matter of time before they get to the target of 171. Phenomenal batting by KL Rahul right from the start. It led to the demise of many bowlers in this particular game. And KL Rahul, what a brilliant batsman he has turned out to be for Kings 11 Punjab. Last time around also, and this time around, he's also in contention for the orange cap, but short of the total of 692 by David Warner, who is beyond comparison at the moment. Only 12 games he played, and in 12 games he was able to get to a total beyond 50 on 9 occasions. Only in 3 occasions he was short of 50. In one he scored 10, in another 15, and 37 in another. In rest of the 9 games he was crossing the total of 50 runs. So you can imagine how much he was required by the SRH, and as soon as he went back, SRH looked helter-skelter all in their batting.
And I think obviously, the Sunrisers Hyderabad are missing Warner and Johnny Best at the top of the order. As Imran Tahir comes in to bowl over number 16, starts off with a googly, cuts away, does Nicholas Puran, but finds the man at backward point. No runs on that occasion. Bravo's at short fine leg. Watson there as well in the 30-yard circle, and good over the previous one that for Kings 11 Punjab. 13 runs coming in that over of Jadeja. As Tahir now looks to bowl a good over, goes for the drive, beats the batsman, beats Dhoni. Oh, we don't see that very often. The ball finds the gap between Dhoni's legs and goes away towards the side screen behind the batsman. And that will be a boundary. Will that be added to Nikhil Puran's total? No, has been given as a bye. So he remains on 29, but the score moves up to 155 for 3.
Fantastic for Kings 11 Punjab. Another boundary. Any boundary is welcome at the moment. And Dhoni, we really see him completely miscue something. And Nicholas Puran goes big on Tahir and gets it towards the mid-wicket region. Another 6, and it's just too easy for him at the moment. Another 6 for him. Imran Tahir, well, he's been plenty for Kings 11 Punjab and CSK. He has been smashed all around the park, and another 6 for Nicholas Puran.
27 is what is given away so far as Imran Tahir bowled one decent over, the previous one. The first one went for 17 runs, and now is given
Already
away.
10.
And those 4 byes are not included in those 21.
Exactly.
27, so it's 31 actually that is given away so far.
More than that, because there was some byes in previous
Byes, exactly. So yeah, that won't be included. As now he bowls a loopy Yorkish delivery driven down the ground by Puran towards long off, a single there. 162 for 3. Now only 9 needed by Kings 11 Punjab to win. What a dominating win this is.
Well, certainly if they could have won another game like this, they would be in contention for the playoff spot. But all it takes is one game to take your side home and out of the contention. And this time around, although Kings 11 Punjab have played well in the IPL, consistency is what breeds champions, and they have not been consistent. Kings 11 Punjab, they have put on a fantastic batting performance this time against CSK, but that wouldn't be enough for them, as 15.4 overs are now gone. It's 163 now after 15.5 overs, and 3 wickets down for Kings 11 Punjab. It's Nicholas Puran and Mandeep Singh in the centre for Punjab.
Now again, Puran cuts one away but finds Harbhajan as short third man. No runs on that occasion. So a dot there to end the over. A lot of runs leaked by Tahir in that over. 4 byes, 6, a single as well. And with that is the strategic timeout taken. 16 overs gone. 163 for 3. Kings 11 Punjab. They need 8 of the final 4 overs. And certainly they'd want to wrap this up very quickly. But only after the strategic timeout. Time for us to take a quick break as well. We'll be back as soon as action resumes at PCA Stadium in Mohali. Stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Me in place of Karthike. Now only 7 required, and Jadeja is the one who has struck an easy catch for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, just edges it enough, and CSK get the wicket of Nicholas Pooran, who was looking very dangerous at the moment. But it's just a matter of time now. 36 off of 22 deliveries for Nicholas Pooran, and the total is now 164 for the loss of 4 wickets after 16.2 overs.
A good knock by Nicholas Pooran. He smashed 36 of just 22 deliveries while he was in there, and it's 164 for 4. Mere formalities now for Kings 11 Punjab. 7 required of 22 deliveries, though Punjab might be at the bottom of the table and Chennai might be at top. Well, Kings 11 Punjab have comprehensively won this game. It's just that had they won in 14.2 overs, then I think they still would have had a chance, but too little too late for Kings 11 Punjab. Nevertheless, a good performance by KL Rahul. And
on that occasion, I'd like to remember the innings of Chris Gayle. If he could have played a little faster initially, that could have done them loads of good, because he was the one who was taking the very slower route, and only
it's just a matter of 2 overs, you could see 14.2
and
16.2
how many
right
deliveries he used in the initial part. He could have easily taken the game away from CSK right in the start.
Well, it was quite strange of an innings by Chris Gayle, because I've never seen him play like that. And 28, he scored of just 28 deliveries, and makes me wonder if he would have even smashed 40 of 28, then I think Kings 11 Punjab still would have quite possibly been in it.
Yeah, certainly they would have, because KL Rahul was scoring at a blistering rate then, and
slightest of edges for Nicholas Pooran, and Dhoni gets an easy catch. Sam Curran is the one who is now joining Mandeep Singh at the centre. Only it's 6-7 runs required for Kings 11 Punjab, and one big hit can do the job for them here.
One big hit can definitely do the job for them, but it's Sam Curran who cuts it. Will it be a boundary this time? Well, there's a fielder at sweeper cover. Dwayne Bravo collects the ball, so a single taken. 165 for 4 now, 6 runs needed, and we're just moments away from the big game, the final league fixture of IPL, the 12th edition of it of 2019. It will be Mumbai Indians hosting the Kolkata Knight Riders. Mumbai Indians currently at 3rd position, while KKR are at 5th, and if they win the game against Mumbai, they will make it through to the playoffs. So that's a big game that everyone's waiting for. And coming back to the first game of Super Sunday, it's 166 for 4, single taken by Mandeep Singh. Runs now required are 5 of the final 3 overs. Astute Survivor is here with us saying that what do you think of your previous comment? Actually, I've just been brought in. I did not see what your previous comment. I'll just think of it right now. And yes, he says that I think KL Rahul leaving RCB has made him come out of Virat Kohli's shadow and turned him into a much more stable and much more better batsman overall. Well, you could say that because
certainly he was not getting enough chances at RCB, and even when he was getting, he was not able to perform well for RCB. And as soon as he has joined Kings 11 Punjab in the previous edition of the IPL,
they're regretting it. RCB.
RCB are surely regretting it, and everybody who missed on Chris Gayle must be regretting it, because Kings 11 Punjab got Chris Gayle at a very cheap rate, and he was very good for them in both the IPL. So everybody who are facing the problems right from the top of the order, they would be regretting not bidding for Chris Gayle and KL Rahul, especially RCB, because both of these players used to play for RCB.
Well, and he's 4th in the list of the most valuable players is KL Rahul, right below Chris Gayle, Hardik Pandya and Andre Russell. So you could see KL Rahul has turned out to be one terrific batsman for the Kings 11 Punjab, and with that good form in white ball cricket, I think he might be able to do a word of good in the World Cup as well if he gets the opportunity. Imran Tahir meanwhile bowling to Sam Curran, no runs taken over there, and some people still think that CSK might be able to win over here. Sir, it's just 4 runs required of 16 deliveries. It will need more than a miracle for Chennai Super Kings in order to win this game, and Preeti Zinta, though she might be quite disappointed with their campaign, but she will be happy with the way how Kings 11 Punjab are looking to conclude things in the IPL.
Well, certainly they are looking at a heavy win here against CSK. They have done brilliantly to chase down total, and they are edging towards it. Sam Curran struggling against Imran Tahir at the moment, and finally a single has been taken, so Mandeep Singh will now be on strike. Only 3 now required, so it can very well end inside 2 deliveries.
3 runs now needed of 14 deliveries, a boundary, and it's over. Imran Tahir is bowling his 4th over, and for his standards he's proven to be quite expensive, because you usually don't see Imran Tahir getting conceded for 31 runs. So for his standards, I think he has been a little expensive. Jadeja on the other end has bowled 2 overs, given 16 runs and 1 wicket. Harbhajan Singh has been the most expensive of the lot, having given, we'll get to that, but a single taken once again by Mandeep Singh. 2 runs now required of 13 deliveries. 169 for 4 is the score, and Harbhajan Singh gave 57 runs in 4 overs, but he still managed to pick 3 wickets over there.
Yeah, the good thing for Harbhajan Singh is that wickets came for him in the later 2 overs. Initially he was clobbered all around the park by KL Rahul and Chris Gayle. It's Sam Curran who is going down the ground, so that will conclude the match, and the 4 finally wins it for Kings 11 Punjab, and they are walking away with a win, a heavy win against a champion side in CSK.
So it's all over from the Kings 11 Punjab's side. Their campaign has come to an end. The game has concluded. It's Punjab who sign off at Mohali with grand style, beating the table toppers in comprehensive manner with 2 wickets to spare, with the 2 overs to spare and 6 wickets remaining as well. So we'll just run you down with what happened. It was Chennai Super Kings who were batting first. A sensational knock of 96 from 55 by Faf du Plessis, and a good cameo by Suresh Raina, who scored 53 or 38. But apart from these 2, not many could have done anything more from Chennai Super Kings. Good bowling effort by Mohammad Shami and Sam Curran. Sam Curran took 3 wickets and gave 35 runs in 4 overs, while Mohammad Shami bowled some brilliant overs, just giving 17 runs in his 3 overs and also picking 2 wickets in the process. The target set for Kings 11 Punjab was 171. And KL Rahul, it was a KL Rahul show. Well, there was no Gale Storm, but there was definitely some Rahul Storm on the other end, because he scored 71 of 36 deliveries, 7 boundaries, 5 sixes, strike rate of 197. Sensational performance by KL Rahul. Chris Gale on the other end, a strange innings from him. He scored 28 of 28. Nicholas Pooran, well, he played a good knock of 36 of 22, 2 boundaries for 3 sixes under his belt. Mayank Agarwal scored 7, Mandeep Singh 11, and Sam Curran concluding the game for Punjab after scoring 6 runs. The bowling department for Chennai wasn't as formidable as it was supposed to be. Deepak Chahar bowled 4 overs, gave away 28 runs. Here's the big one. Harbhajan Singh bowled 4 overs, gave away 57 runs but took 3 wickets. And Ravindra Jadeja 2 overs, 16 runs, 1 wicket. Imran Tahir 4 overs, 36 runs. Dwayne Bravo 4 overs, 27 runs. And with that, Kings 11 Punjab have won the game. So it's all over. Kings 11 Punjab have won the first game against in the doubleheader of Super Sunday by 6 wickets. We will be back for the second game, which will be a much bigger game between Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders. We will be back at 7:50. Till then, keep listening to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.